Master Dutchy Beats.
We in this bitch. We recorded. And we rolling. We've been freestyling about hummus and couscous. Mess with us just cuz. It's the How You Doing Mate podcast, boys. We look good. Terry got the fork in his hand. He might start forking your man. I was trying to fly out to Japan. Yeah. So AC said he was ready. He was the one who was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And yeah, I got things to do. And we're here. And AC is not.
Oh, cool. 1 minute. There we go.
What, 1 minute. 1 minute. What the fuck, man? Always late. That's why he always gets fucking.
He always gets coated off.
Exposed in the titles, man.
Yeah. I don't think he was too happy about that.
Listen, man. I'm the media, so I just take the headline. That's what I heard. I heard he hated Gandhi. That's what I took from it. So
exactly, like there's no headline in AC gives a reasoned and nuanced argument about Gandhi. Who gives a fuck?
We want salacious headlines.
Exactly. Someone actually commented on the video saying that.
Did they?
But they were called AC as well.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not AC.
It wasn't even AC.
No.
It went his burner account.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be.
What did they say?
They said exactly that. Like, hold on, where is it? It said, it's a shame that AC gives such a nuanced and balanced account of Gandhi, but whoever decided to name this video didn't. Yeah, something like that. I looked at it earlier. But the person's called AC.
Yeah.
Now, whether he's doing it under one of his burner accounts, I didn't realise he was doing it under, like, I don't know, a burner account that he's got his actual name on. I don't know.
If I was going to bet anyone had a burner account, it would not be AC. I could not imagine AC creating another account.
I can't think it because he just says whatever he wants all the time anyway.
Exactly.
What's the point in having a burner account?
There's no point. I had a burner account for about a week, and then I was like, wait, why would I have this? This makes no sense.
No, I've never had a burner account on anything.
Just got rid of it. Yeah.
I've got two Terry Ryan accounts, but that's like that's my escape bag. When I want to get out of Facebook, that I've still got an account I can run all my pages from.
Have you ever had like a quite a famous person hit you up on their burner account?
I don't think so. Back in the day, I don't know if this is before the age of people pretending to be other people online. I'm fairly sure Lady Gaga hit me up on MySpace.
Shit.
But I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, it was... and she was saying that she liked one particular tune that we did that was like a kind of... Because someone sent it to her. I think our record label sent it to her because the girl that was on it, the woman that was singing on it, had like a kind of Lady Gaga-esque kind of voice. It was Justine. Like, she had like that strong, powerful... like kind of almost rock voice. I think the record label sent it to her, and then I'm fairly sure Lady Gaga hit Atomic Hooligan up and said she really liked the track and blah, blah, blah. And I was just chatting to her, having absolutely no idea who she was.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, why does your voice sound pitched up? Is it my ears?
My voice sound pitched up. I didn't just have the vaccine. Yeah.
I was like, Terry doesn't sound like himself.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me redo the audio quickly.
Yeah. Cool. So while you're redoing the audio, I want to give a shout out to all our listeners. You don't need to keep hitting us up on the Instagram page, on the Twitter page, on the YouTube page. Leave us comments. We do see them all, obviously, because there's only ever like 2 or 3 anyway. But I mean, let us know that you're out here. because it I mean, we're trying, but yeah, big up. Now Terry's talking, but we can't hear him at all.
1, 2.
Oh fuck! Not this
1, 2.
I can't do this again, man.
Do I sound pitched up now again?
Maybe I can't tell.
1, 2, 1, 2. Do I sound pitched up now?
Fuck no! It's probably the Zoom. It's probably the encoding.
I don't know. It is what it is.
I
I sound like Dale Winton, and I sound like fucking Dale Winton, don't I? No, Joe Pasquale. I'm thinking of Joe Pasquale.
Yeah, but anyway, how you been?
Yeah, all right. I thought 50-50. Like I got fucking run over on Saturday, which is mad.
You got run over, like hit by a car?
I got hit by a car on Saturday. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? So the threat of being hit by cars is quite prevalent in my life, of being blind in one eye. So I just walked, like, I'm usually quite all right with it, but I walked out into the road, and it's not like I got hit by a car going like fucking 30 miles an hour. This woman was reversing out of her parking space.
Oh, so
she like reversed into me. It wasn't her fault at all. Came from that side. She reversed into me. But my foot was already planted as I was crossing the road, and I fucked my knee. Like I properly fucked my knee. Like I twisted like that, and my foot was already planted, and I fucked my knee. Like it probably would have been all right if
your leg wasn't down, because it would have just moved.
My leg wasn't down. If it just knocked me, if I was moving or something like that, I would have hit the floor, and I've been my fault. But yeah, it was. It's not as bad now. I got back on Saturday and put like some frozen peas on it. And it brought the swelling down a little bit, but yeah, Sunday and Monday I just didn't walk at all. And then Tuesday I went and got the vaccine. Like I went and got the vaccine in a fucking wheelchair. Like I asked them if I could have a wheelchair. So I got there. It was in Boots. Got in a wheelchair, went upstairs. The woman was like, "Oh, so what's your medical condition?" And I was like, "I'm a clinical fucking idiot," like that. And and they didn't find that funny at all. So yeah, I got the vaccine on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And then look at AC.
What's wrong with this guy?
You look like you're in a living postcard.
You look like you're on an episode of The Expanse.
The Expanse, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's kind of CGI budget they have.
You haven't seen the rest of it, man. They got real good.
All right, cool. Hey,
have you got your microphone plugged in? Have you got your sound card going through Zoom? Because it sounds like you're just coming through your laptop microphone.
Really?
Yeah. Check your audio settings. Make sure your sound card is going through.
Your voice sounds really high.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know what's going on.
Is it Zoom or something? Or
I think it's Zoom, yeah. It's just going to be fucking comedy effect the entire way, innit? Me having a high voice.
To be fair, though, I'll fix it in post, so everyone is listening. They're not going to know. They're going to be like, "What the fuck is whatever.
Oh yeah, hold on. I know why that's going on. The speaker systems on the fucking thing.
There you go. See, this is what. So, listeners, this is what good professional podcasts do before they hit record. So all the shit you're listening to now is what happens when AC decides to join 13 minutes late. All right then. So we don't know what time we're supposed to start. It was Ace's idea actually to I gotta start early. I've got shit to do. But so we found out about Terry. Terry got hit by a car.
Yeah, got hit by a car. Yeah, I got fucking hit by a car on Saturday.
We're not repeating it. So if you want to listen back to that, AC, you go listen back to the beginning.
And then I have my vaccine. I'll tell you what, mate.
That's why your voice has gone high.
Yeah, that's what I said at the beginning. Yeah. I've had my vaccine. Fucking hell, mate. Like I've never, because I literally hit the age bracket this week because they're doing like 42 and 44. So I'm going to be 44 in July. And they sent me the text message on Monday. I booked in, got in there on Tuesday, had it, came home, did a little bit of work. Then I hobbled home, got a taxi home, like laid up on the fucking couch. And within 5 hours, I literally thought I was going to die.
Fucking hell.
Like I honestly, mate, like I was hallucinating. I was shivering. Like fucking, I was like that on the couch, like with the fucking cover over me. I look good in it though. Like I have my Carhartt, like sleeping bag cover. It's the first time I've been able to use it.
So what one did you have? The Oxford one or what?
No, the Vauxhall Astra.
That's AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
That is the Oxford one. Yeah, that's the Oxford one. The Morris
Is that the Oxford one? Yeah.
Yeah, the Morris Oxford, man. Yeah.
No, it's only right. I'm in Luton. I had the Vauxhall one, didn't I?
You calling it the Vauxhall Astra, being in Luton, that's class, man. That's some class shit.
My mate's dad works in that the Vauxhall factory, innit?
Back in the day, everyone used to work there. That was like, if you left school, that's where you would go. You would go to work at Vauxhall. Like, so they cut like half the jobs, and then everyone got fucking sacked. But everyone used to drive around in what was it? The Vauxhall, the Frontiera. Everyone used to
Jeep.
Yeah, man.
See, I thought that Jeep looked cool, but then apparently it was like one of the worst made Jeeps ever made.
Maybe, I thought that shit, when I was young, that was the shit. My mate Darren, his dad had one. Like, I think he had like the turquoise blue.
Yeah, I remember the
You're
colours.
so off-putting, AC. You come on looking like a postcard. in a fucking... Are you wearing a mink as well?
No.
It looks like
I don't kill animals, man.
It looks like, because of his chair, it looks like he's wearing like a... You look like safari, like with the mink, with the hooded mink.
You look like one of the members of Dipset.
Dipset. On a beach. In a black fur coat.
With a squeaky fucking wooden leg.
Yeah.
You're so off-putting. It's unbelievable.
I'm a pirate, innit? I got the pirate. That's why I went to be a pirate now, innit? So,
just keep your seat still, man.
Yeah. Brother, I'm on the ship, innit? It's the pirate ship. It's creaky, man.
Your ship will get sunk.
But now it's cold in my flat, so I put my coat on.
Yeah. I see what time you're on. I see what you're trying to do out here. Trying to get people at your yard, so you just turn the heating off. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
No, I got the heating. I turned the heating on, but I can't feel it yet. When I feel it, you'll see me take this off.
All right, cool. So how you been anyway, man? What you been up to?
Me, I've been back teaching at the college and got some good feedback on my latest tune.
Cool.
From some big people.
What's your latest tune?
So, it's this one called For Certain with Scuff producing. It's a liquid drum and bass tune. I think I said it to you guys as well in the group.
Oh yeah, that was wicked. Yeah, that liquid drum and bass tune.
Tell me fighting like you listen. Tell me this is the shit.
No, I did actually listen to that.
He gave me feedback. He gave me feedback.
Yeah, if
I ignored it.
If you send me tunes that you've done, I'll listen to them. If you send me links to go to some fucking conspiracy theorist thing, I'm definitely not fucking. Mind you, that was it. That
pitch meeting.
Yeah, that was wicked.
Yeah,
that actually made me dislike. That actually made me dislike the series.
Oh no, that's bad then, isn't it?
But he does that. You know what? I'll go to the cinema. I'll go to the cinema. I'll watch a film, or when we used to go cinema, or whenever. I'll watch a film and I'll be like, "Oh my god, that was amazing! How is he gonna pick that apart? Like something like a Joker." And he'll just pick it apart, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's so dumb, man! Like the guy's a genius."
But I still enjoy films, even if they're fucking dumb. So that's the thing. Like when I watch a film, I don't expect to like think of all the plot holes. I just accept them. It's,
I don't.
What's it called? Suspension of disbelief or whatever. Innit? So I just maintain that, and I can enjoy it. Like
there's some things that don't get past that though. There's some things that just can't. Like I think we talked about it before, but that Bloodshot film is potentially the worst. Like that, and what was that? The Gemini Man. Those two films, I just can't get over how bad they are. They're like the precedent set for the next 10 years of bad films.
Okay,
I haven't seen them. What are they about?
They're both shit. Don't bother.
They're bad films. I feel like Gemini Man. I feel like Gemini Man isn't a bad film. It's just executed really poorly.
It's terrible.
So it
is Gemini Man like that? Is that like the Omega Man or I Am Legend or something? Is it not that?
No.
See, I'll watch anything with Will Smith in, like, and that's kind of shook my faith in Will Smith now. Gemini Man.
You say that, but Will Smith's got a lot of duds, man. Will Smith actually has a lot of duds, and you know why Will Smith has a lot of duds?
Why?
Until I guess Suicide Squad. Before that, his thing was I always want to be I need to be the top build character.
Yeah.
I need to be the top build member, and I don't want to share the screen with anybody. So that limits your films, innit? It limits like.
So Will Smith's a bit of a selfish cunt then.
No, it's not just that. It's like, it's kind of like it's kind of like me, yeah, deciding I don't want to do rave shows anymore. I just want to do concerts, yeah. But at the same time, it limits the amount of people that can come and see me, right? Because it's not going to be a club filled with people. It's going to be a lot smaller because I've decided I need to be the top billed act. Now that's cool, but if I do a shit show, which will never ever happen, but say it could happen, say all my songs were shit and they didn't like them, then it would be shit for everybody. Rather than if you go to a rave and you're seeing loads of different artists, and even if my set ain't what you really like, you can still enjoy other people. So it's like.
So when did he start doing that then?
I think he's done it for a long time, but it only came out because the reason why there was a film he turned down. It was a really good film. He turned it down, and the reason he turned it down is because he wasn't going to be like the top build cast
he's
member.
a bit of a dick.
Because I think as well, like with the studios, there's like it goes down to if you're not top build, then your budget can be different. The money you get can be different, whatever. But
probably the back end, the payment on the back end is probably different, isn't it?
So who like? Because I remember like that Hancock film. Was that any good? I started watching it.
That's great. Yeah, I love that film.
Was it not good, yeah?
Yeah, but it's not critically acclaimed good though.
No.
So
and
like,
what was the other film? After Earth. Was that good? I ain't seen that.
I liked After Earth.
I liked After Earth, but that got fucking roundly slagged off by everybody. But I thought it was good.
Why?
I think because it isn't a very good film, but I liked it.
Oh, I saw one called Underwater. Have you seen that the other day?
That ain't Will Smith, is it?
No, it's not. But it's just like, that's one of them ones that has been roundly slagged off. But I watched it, and yeah, it's not like the most amazing film or anything, but it still was quite entertaining.
What is it?
Underwater. It's like there's this company that's drilling in the Mariana Trench, and they drill too deep and some sea monsters come out or whatever and stuff.
I think I've seen that. I'm always gonna like that, man. That kind of film, that's always gonna be me. Like even if it's a Channel 5 bullshit film, I'll be like, yeah, I'm on it. All right, so let's look at Will Smith's filmography and let's see where it went wrong. So,
but honestly, just quickly, if he's got wizards, monsters, ninjas, superheroes, assassins, tits, I love it. It's a great film, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right, so Will Smith was just chilling, kind of doing what he was doing, trying to make his films. Then he did Ali, which was a big hit.
I ain't seen that still.
That's a heavy film. So Ali let him do. Then he started doing Men in Black, which again was big. I think Men in Black 2, Bad Boys 2. So he's doing Sick. iRobot came out, which was a little bit of but I like iRobot.
I thought it was right.
Yeah, it's great.
Hitch did really well. The Pursuit of Happiness did really well. I Am Legend did really well.
Yeah.
Hancock, people seem to like that. £7, people like that.
Yeah, £7 right.
Then it starts getting a bit off. So Men in Black 3, people didn't really like.
I thought that was better than Men in Black 2. Men in Black 3. Yeah.
After
you know when he got in the time travel and Josh Brolin was I thought he was really good as Tommy Lee Jones when he was young.
Bro, how the fuck are you remembering what happened in Men in Black 3? What the fuck is your life, bro? How do you remember what happened in Men in Black 3?
Bro, I remember what happened with everything. So, do you know what I mean? I've got a visual memory in it.
Yeah. Have you got one of those memories where like you remember absolutely everything to the what's it called? Identic memory?
Photographic memory or something.
Photographic, no, there's not identic memory.
Didactic memory or something?
Is that what it is? I can't remember,
Fuck knows, isn't it? But I've been told I've got a selective photographic memory.
Yeah,
so if I don't want to remember it, that ain't getting remembered. It's just getting thrown away. That's what I've been told by people belligerently telling me that.
Right, so these are the films when he started doing his own thing, when he's like the top man. So Focus wasn't.
I ain't seen that.
Concussion.
I ain't seen
that.
I
thought it was a good film, but again, not that good of a film. Collateral Beauty and Suicide Squad. Both people were never like. Bright got
that was crap.
I got slagged off, but I really liked it. Bright.
That's because
I thought it had a good concept.
Yeah,
I thought it had a good concept, but it just didn't deliver in the final act.
Good.
Yeah, I just. Do you know what it was? I thought the concept was really good. I really liked all of the world building, but then just like I don't know, it just didn't have enough of a personality. I don't think the film for some reason. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that was it. Then he did Gemini Man.
Yeah, what is Gemini Man about?
It's about him fighting himself.
Fighting a clone of himself, basically. Yeah.
Bad Boys for Life. I like Bad Boys for Life. I thought that was cool. The only thing that put me off was how bad what's his name?
Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, Martin Lawrence looked like, I was like, damn, son.
Oh, he looked ill.
No, he didn't look ill.
He just looks
like,
old.
He looked like he was wearing a fat suit.
Oh, was he?
Nah, he wasn't. He's out of shape. He's old, isn't it? He's just out of shape.
Oh,
You look like if you look at me when I'm in my 20s and look at me now, you'd be like, damn, Jen, what the fuck happened to you? And I couldn't get over that. It was like, damn, you look like Big Mama's house.
Well, at least you got some progression. I still look the fucking same.
Yeah, but now you're pimped out on the beach. So
yeah, you're obviously doing well in life though, wearing a mink on the beach.
That's what we're all trying to get to, you know.
Yeah, okay.
We're trying to get to you pimping on the beach. What the fuck has happened this week? What the fuck have we got to talk about? I literally got nothing written down. I got no ideas. I don't know what's happened this week.
Coronavirus.
Shock G died from Digital Underground. Yeah.
Let's go with that one, man. Shock G. Yeah. Shock G passed away. I'm not really a big Shock G fan. Never listened to a lot of his music, but obviously I know the songs that the Humpty Dance and shit.
Yeah.
And it's
a lot of his production was really good that he done for Tupac. I remember he did a lot of Me Against the World, didn't it? That album.
Yeah.
Album.
And he did what was the ones before that. He did Tupacalypse Now, the one after that, and he did his first 3 albums before he went to Death Row, innit? He did a lot of production.
that I Get Around, which is like
my
favorite. It's my favorite Tupac tune of all time.
He produced that, didn't he? Yeah.
He did that, and he played the piano on it as well. Like he was a piano player.
Yeah.
I don't know. At this point, I'm just fucking numb to rappers dying. Like it's just happened so much recently. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's young as well, man. Was he 57?
Yeah.
How did he die?
Don't know. No one knows. It hasn't been released.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man.
I saw the DMX send off.
The truck. Yeah.
That looked cold, man.
Yeah, that was nuts, wasn't it?
Sent my guy off right, man.
With the monster truck and everything.
Yeah.
Did you see his producer? What's his face? Swiss Beats going mad at everyone.
Where's Swissy?
He was like, "You're fake." When he needed your help, you weren't there or something. He was just going proper mad at all these people who turned up, and he was like, "I hope when I die, none of you come to my funeral and stuff like that."
Scene.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes that's a bit unfair.
Yeah.
Because what you fail to realize and it's like everyone's living their own lives, innit? Like everyone's either trying to help themselves get through the day or they're helping others get through the day. Not everyone's always gonna have time to help out someone that they kind of know.
Yeah.
And,
also as well, if someone doesn't reach out to you and say, "Can you help me, please?" Then what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
what are you going to do? You can't just go, even if you know someone's going through it, you're not just going to go and fucking kidnap them, put them in the back of your car and drive off with them and so they can detox or whatever. Especially not like but that's the thing. That's obviously like a reaction to an emotion, isn't it? Like,
yeah. So
it's totally an emotional thing.
If he was saying that in regards to the Black Rob thing, like if Puffy turned up to his funeral or something like that, then you could kind of understand it. But with the DMX thing, it is like what you're saying, Terry, is a bit more difficult, isn't it? Because
But DMX, not that I obviously know the man personally, but he's known to be like a loose cannon. He's known to be that guy. Like if he had gone to say whoever Swizz Beats and said, "Can you help me, please?" then they would have helped him. But I can't see that happening. Like he was constantly just doing his own thing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think this is the thing. Swiss is talking because Swiss was like his best friend, didn't it?
Yeah.
So Swiss was in his inner circle. So obviously there's certain things that Swiss should have known. Obviously, from another point of view, I feel like where some of this is coming from, they were putting an album together, right?
That's
so obviously Swiss has reached out to everybody and be like, "Yo, come do this album." And obviously there's probably a few people that were like, "Yo,
fair comment, yeah.
And then they turn up at the funeral. But at the same time, for me, like, I guess coming from trying to see it from another point of view, if someone approaches me and says, "Yeah, can you jump on my album or jump on this album?" and I'm like, "I don't know, I ain't really got the time to do it." And then I got a really good example, an exact example. So when Ty was in hospital, someone contacted me and was like, "Oh, we're doing voice notes. Can you leave a voice note for Ty? So he's in a coma. We're just gonna play him these voice notes." And I was like, "Oh yeah, man, cool, I'll do that." And then kind of like forgot about it, like, you know what I mean? Got a busy life in the middle of a fucking pandemic lockdown, and didn't do it. And then Ty died, like probably like the week after, and if I was to turn up to the funeral and then the person was like, nah, man, you weren't there, blah, 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 then I would kind of understand it. But then I can see both sides of it. Like, rah, you didn't do that, but you're here now. You know what I mean? But I can see it I can kind of see it on both sides. Really.
Yeah. But ultimately, someone doing a vocal on his album wouldn't have saved his life.
No.
So I mean, life is life. I mean, I do understand. Like you say, I understand it from both sides. But life is life. We've all got our own kingdoms that we have to like kind of put out fires in 24 hours a day. Now, if you're if you're viewed as like some kind of hanger-on afterwards when you're paying respect to someone that you liked and you didn't have the time to go and put out his fire while you're trying to put out your own, then I don't know, that person's got every right to see it that way, but you don't have to see it that way and feel bad about it.
Even you could just say, sorry, man, but I had this going on at the time, innit? So
I wouldn't even say that because I feel like, again, even no one's business, innit? It's no one's business what if you decide to tell them.
Yeah, but if you feel like, you know, if they have a go at you in a public place or something in front of them, they're trying to shame you up in front of a load of people, that would piss me the fuck off.
I had so recently someone messaged me about this little disagreement we had, and it was one of them things where I'm dealing with real life. They're writing me some long ass message, and I read the first bit of it, and then I just blocked them. And while they were writing the second part of it, because I was just like, I don't even care, and I don't even care enough to even tell you why I don't care. Like this ain't even. We're in a place now where we're adults, and we don't have to be cool with everyone. Like I don't have to like you, you don't have to like me. When we don't have to see each other, and if we do see each other, we can either be cordial or not. Like it doesn't even matter. Like everyone's going through things, but it's like as far as explaining to somebody, yo, this is what I've done it twice actually. Had another guy as well. Another guy messaged me about some other bullshit and was like, yo, bro, I just blocked it, man. Like we can go back and forth. I can explain to you why this never happened, or I can never talk to you again and don't care. Like you're not even. We're not friends. So why are we even doing this? Like this back and forth, like I just don't have the time at my age, man. No,
I mean, is it?
You had your haircut?
Nah, it's just tied up.
Oh, see, okay, cool. Yeah, that looks cool, man. You got that white line there. It's like you got a lawnmower on your head. Like you know when you mow the lawn and you got like one
the stripes. Yeah.
That's good, man. Yeah.
I got in some beef this week with a guy down the park. Actually, again. I'm always getting into like beef with people down the park.
It's like dogs.
Dogs. He let his dog shit all over the place, and it wasn't this week. It was last week. But I saw him again this week, and I told him to pick it up, and he wouldn't. So I called him a dirty. I called him a dirty cunt. Sorry, I was just recording the podcast before this, where I couldn't swear. So like, I called him
cunt, fucking cunt.
So I called him a dirty fucking cunt. And said, told him to grow up, and he walked off. He went off because when I was saying, I was like, pick up your dog shit, and he was like, don't have to though, do I? And I was like, pick up your dog shit, and he was like, well, no, I'm not going to, am I? I'm not going to because you're telling me to. And I said, pick up your dog shit, and he goes, what? Are you going to call the police on me? And I said, no, I'm not going to call the police. I just think you're a dirty fucking cunt. And so at that point, when I swore at him, he like kind of walked off. I saw him again. Like, I see him down the park all the time. He's a bloke that I talk to down the park all the time. I don't mind burning bridges with them cunts. And I was walking down to the station, and he saw me, and he came to walk towards me to say something, and I just carried on walking past him. And I didn't it didn't infringe on my day whatsoever. 30 seconds after that, I was thinking about Mob D or tits or something. Like
you should have told him. You should have said to him, "Look, yeah."
No, why? I don't care.
No, wait. You should have said, "Look, this is the hand that slapped Keith Murray, mate."
I'll get the video out for you.
We need to stop pushing that narrative, man.
So I took Harvey down the park. I hobbled down the park day before yesterday, and all like the little dog walking crew down there are like, "Ooh, like he's so pissed off." Like and I'm like, "Who?" Like I thought they were talking about someone else. I didn't know. Like I don't even know the bloke's name.
Yeah.
Like he's so pissed off. I don't like you've really wound him up. And I was like, "Who?" I thought they were talking about someone at work, like something. And they told me, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
why didn't you just pick his dog shit up then? Innit? What the
just
fuck?
pick your dog shit up. Like, I don't even care about that anymore. Like, but people have to have these narratives in their life to like kind of to fill it up somehow. Like when people like normal people have got everyday stuff that they've got to do that are just moving around and have got their full day filled up with other stuff that they have to think about, a lot more important stuff. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. Like, so they're like people who are coming to you like whatever years later telling you they got a problem with you and whatever, block them. Like,
what, years later? Was it a years later thing, Jed?
No. This was from something that we spoke about the other day.
Okay,
right, yeah, no, fuck it.
It's like, and it's one of them ones where it's like, wait, what? Wow, I'm not having this. I'm not having this conversation, and it's one of the ones where I was gonna message back. I'm glad that I'm sorry about that, or I'm glad that happened. I don't know. I ain't reading all that shit, like whatever. And I was like, I don't even want to even be funny with it. Like, I can't even be bothered. Like, it's a straight block in it. Like, just go do your thing. Because another thing as well, is what happens a lot of time is like, I'm a kind of person. If I have a problem with you, I'm super petty in it. So if I have a problem with you, for the most part, we have a problem for life, and I'm never gonna solve it. I'm just gonna ignore you. Now, if you find your way to worm your way back into my life, and you're on some, do you know what, man, allow it, it's cool, then I'll be like, all right, cool, whatever. Because that's how much I don't care. I'm like, whatever, cool, whatever. So then if then it starts becoming an issue again, and both these people, it's been a thing of, I'm not cool with you, then they've come back and be like, yo, I'm sorry, blah, 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 and I've been like, all right, whatever. And then they've come with something else. And it's like, for me, especially the first person, the person that we know, like that's whatever. Like, again, it's not even an issue. It's like it's a really minor thing. The other dude was like, I don't even know you. Like, I don't even know you like that. So for you to try to create some sort of tension between us is absolutely nuts, because you're not a person that I think about at all, anytime. So for you to then jump in my mentions and be like, yeah, I'm like, what? Like,
I get that all the time online. Like people I don't know. Like I've never known. Like, did I do something to offend you, Terry? And it's like, no, I don't think it's even possible for you to offend me. I don't know. Like, this has happened like 3-4 times. Like, I'll say something, like I'll do one of my stupid status updates about, I don't know, vinyl DJs or whatever. I'll take the piss out of someone is not a real person. It's just an amalgam of lots of different people. Then I'll get DMs of people going, I can't believe you said that. Like, or have I offended you? Have I pissed you off because I didn't like their comment on my fucking on my status or something like that? And I'm like, no. Like,
some people are very involved with Facebook. They're very involved, man.
But it's just in life, isn't it? Like what? I don't know you. Why would I be offended at something you said to me? Like, I don't care.
This guy messaged me.
I had one person, they live in another country, right? I've never met this person in my life. They live quite far another country all around the world, I ain't going to say it just in case, I don't want to embarrass them, but...
Zamunda.
No, it ain't Zamunda, but they live in a far off country,
Narnia.
And they had a go at me for not saying happy birthday to them on Facebook. they were going mad. They were like, you didn't even say happy birthday. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, what the fuck? Like, because I wasn't on Facebook that day and didn't see whose birthday it was and didn't say happy birthday. And they're like, do you realise how much that hurts? I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, I mean, some people go in, man. They go in.
I've had two sides of it. So one of the guys that I blocked, the reason why he inboxed me. So I think I dropped an album or a song or something, and everyone was posting it, and I was just reposting it onto my story. And there was loads of them. Like, literally, my whole inbox was full up. So maybe there's about, say there was 20 of them, and I reposted about 10. This person inboxed me and was like, I saw you posted everyone else's apart from mine. I was like, all right, block. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you'll never, like, we're never having that conversation. As a grown man, grown man telling me I didn't repost him posting my album. Like, fuck off.
People want to be appreciated, innit? That's the thing.
That's true. I get that.
Yeah. But I mean, it is like, they don't understand. People don't understand you might be busy. So I had another situation where someone sent me a message. I haven't seen it because I'm doing something all day. Then they write in a status about me saying these fucking MCs are really arrogant and da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, and then they're in my inbox going completely mad. And I'm like, sorry, I wasn't on Facebook today. And then they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, that's a bit like, that's worrying that you would go that crazy.
I had a similar thing, like almost exactly the same. So someone had messaged me on Facebook. Again, I don't really check. Actually, this was years ago though when I did check Facebook, but I hadn't checked Facebook. So they sent a message and I'd like, I probably read it and then just left it and I'll get back to it. And then they messaged me back and was like, yo, I can't believe you did this to me, man. Like, I can't believe you didn't reply, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and this is somebody that I really like as well. Yeah, this is somebody who, when I stayed out in Switzerland, like, let me stay at his yard, everything, like, proper safe guy. And he was like, yo, I can't believe, like,
well, you heard him.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, like, it wasn't even that. Like, I wasn't ignoring you. I was just, like, doing something else. But I had to apologize, like, nah, I didn't. It weren't that, because obviously some people take things a different way. And I was like, that's not even, that's not me, man. I'm not that kind of person. Like, if we're cool, we're cool. And if I had a problem with you.
He should be used to being ignored though, this person. Because like, see, like when you message some people, like, they won't get back to you for weeks. They'll you see the 2 blue ticks, but maybe they're just busy, innit? So
I
like,
do it all the time.
You shouldn't really like.
Should learn to have like a slightly thicker fucking skin. Well, like this like red message, like your message has been read. It's poison, man. Like, it's poison to some people's brains. Yes, like often I'm teaching or I'm doing shit during the day. I'm listening to a fucking podcast that I don't want to stop listening to message you back. Something's happening where I'll see I'll read something and I'll be like, yeah, cool. Yeah. I'll put like an hour aside later to message back, like do my emails, do my text messages, do my WhatsApps or whatever. Cool. But then you get people going, well, I see you read the message. Have you got any, like, they'll follow it up. I see you read the message. Have you got any replies? Like, no, I haven't yet. Like, like I might not have formulated a reply to what you're asking me yet. Like, do you want me to fire something back that I haven't even fucking thought about? So I don't know, man. People need thicker skin when it comes to this kind of stuff. I mean, this is a very AC thing to say, but it's a real show of insecurity. Like, it's a massive show of insecurity. Like, and yes, there's being appreciated or there's being replied to or there's having the respect or something like that. I know that if I message Jen, I might not get a fucking message back for 2 days, but I know there's a message coming at some point. Like, it's whatever. If it's something that's urgent, then I phone him up and call him a cunt. But like, if it's not, like, if it's something stupid, then it doesn't matter. Like, or if something I don't need to know right now. But this red message thing is like, it's fucking poison for some
people turn it off, innit? You can turn it off on WhatsApp or whatever, so you just skip
is it?
But you can always tell when you can tell when they do that as well, because you'll send it and it just like
you only ever get the 2 grey ticks, you never get
and then they'll reply
to
you. They'll reply to you and it's like, cool, so that's what you got. But, I think
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, you go in the settings.
I think it's something to do with like, I always thought that because of our age, we grew up in an age where the internet and social media didn't exist.
You were finding people's house phones. Like, you just had to maybe catch them when they're in the house.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like we don't take social media that seriously. I had somebody the other day.
People our age to do it. Like, the people I'm telling you about who getting vexed with me, they're older than us.
But then the older lot, I feel like it's weird. We're in the middle though. I feel like sometimes the older lot take things well differently.
Yeah, but they're getting into this. They got sucked into this internet life. These people that I'm telling you about, they're not like old. They're like 41 or 42, 43, 44, like that kind of age. Yeah,
not old then.
Yeah, not like 80. They're not like 80 years old.
I've had people start arguments over like liking someone's post and shit. And I've always been like, because of the way, like, or following people, I'm a kind of person who just like, I just do it randomly, innit? Like, I'll just like, I got a thing on my Instagram, on the thing where I can just like press it and it'll just literally like every single post. So like algorithm cheating, so it'll just like everyone's post and I'll see you'll pop up on that algorithm, which I used to use all the time. So it's like, you'll be like, oh, someone's liked a post. You're like, okay, like did I like it or not? I don't like. To me, it's nothing. Like, a lot of online stuff to me doesn't mean a lot. Whereas
it really means nothing. Like the idea that you can passively aggressively hurt someone by liking someone's
or not
post
liking.
or not liking someone's post. I mean, I did actually put a status out the other day that I'm fucking petty and I'm not above not liking. Like the one person I don't like that likes the comments on my Instagram posts, I will not like their comment in comparison to like. I'm not above being that kind of petty, but that doesn't happen very often. But who gives a fuck? Like when did not liking or liking someone's post become so important? Like I don't get it. I mean,
some people do use it, like they use it as like as a thing to try and piss you off, or for them to like what you said, passively aggressive. It's like a passive aggressive thing where they let you know that they don't like you, but they're still following you to just watch you and all that kind of stuff.
But see,
they do use it as that. Some people do that, and that's
how would that work though? Because I'm not.
only works if you're concerned about it.
Yeah, no, you can tell. Like I'll give you an example. Like one person, they still follow me. They stopped liking everything that I did, whereas before they used to like everything. Right. They deleted the picture. I just thought, let me have a look. So I went to their profile. They deleted the picture of me and them when I got my award that they had before that they'd taken with me.
Okay.
So there you go. You kind of know like they're sending you a message, but they don't want to unfollow you because then they think that you might ring them up. So no, why did you unfollow me? But if they unfollow me, I'll be like, okay, bye, innit? That's it.
I've had people hit me up 2 years after they've unfriended me and go like, well, you noticed I unfriended you then, but like, I'm like, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't
never
at
gonna
all.
Know.
I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I don't check my friend counts or anything like that. And they're like, I'm refriending you now because I've got over it, or like not, or whatever the language was that they used, or I'm writing stuff that they agree with now about the Labour Party or something like that. It's like, I didn't know you'd gone. Like I don't pay that much attention.
Nah.
You've seen my social media. I just put up what the fuck I want, and if people like it, they like it. If people comment, they comment.
They live through it. It's really become their world, and it's become their social world as well. And that's, is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? I don't know. Like a lot of people saying it's a bad thing.
It's just weird. I just like I'm not a kind of person, so I use social media very like selfishly. So.
Same here.
Very, very rare. Like on Facebook, I'll never go on like, well, when I had Facebook, I never go on like the main page to see what everyone else is. I don't care.
Timeline,
the timeline. Yeah. I'll just go on my page, say what I've got to say, and I'm gone. Same. Yeah. I've always been the same on Twitter. Instagram's different. Instagram's the only one where I scroll through and see other people's.
Instagram's interesting because it's so visual, isn't it? It's very interesting.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But as far as like on Twitter, I'm not really seeing what anyone else is saying.
No, on Facebook, I've unfollowed pretty much. Like I'm still friends with them. I don't defriend people or whatever. I don't friend request and I don't defriend people on Facebook unless unless there's someone that pops up with some super racist, horrible shit. Then I'll defriend and block and whatever. But if I get a friend request from someone, maybe I'll like kind of I'll let them be my friend. But if I see 2 or 3 of their posts that I like. Not even offensive, just stuff that I don't really give a fuck about. I just don't follow them.
I had one where it was like, I've taken it was my friend's birthday. I've known him for like 10 years, and he's one of the realest guys I've met in this scene or whatever.
Big up
Terror. So I just shared a picture. no, Terror, I know 20 years, man. So I shared a picture of this guy and me on his birthday, and I just bigged him up, saying he's one of the realest people I've met in the game. Happy birthday, da-da-da-da. Then I get a phone call saying, you said that. You done that as a message to me, innit? You done it as a message. You're saying I'm not real. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, not everything revolves around you, man.
But that's the point. You hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
People think the entire world revolves around them. That's it. That's all that needs to be said about it. People think the entire world fucking revolves around them.
But I hate that shit. I'm always just like, don't watch my shit in it. Like, just fucking, like, live your life.
Yeah,
like, why you care what I do? Like,
It's
crazy, man. It's crazy. There's so much so much social, and that's why I'm glad I'm off Facebook because so much
poison, man.
On Facebook,
it really is.
Where people just reading shit into things. You're just like,
yeah. And if they're taking Class A drugs as well, it's worse. And the scene I'm in, there's a lot of people on Class A drugs. So imagine the paranoia they've got. Anything they think is about them on Facebook, and
I'll tell you what, AC, you should work for.
You
should work for the Drum and Bass Association. You do like a piss poor job of representing the scene every week.
Good.
Or you tell me, you're just like, everyone's a fucking cunt.
Bro, it is a very toxic place. But at the same time, when I was in UK hip hop, I saw a lot of toxicity in that as well in the UK hip hop scene. Yeah. So even when I was doing classical music as a young kid, I saw a lot of toxicity. So you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of toxicity all over the place. But yeah, drum and bass is any dance music where it's associated with people taking a lot of cocaine. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of fucking mad paranoid.
I think any environment where it's crabs in a barrel is always going to be
true,
bad.
Yeah.
It's
that's
always
true.
going to be bad.
But I'm not even talking about the artists here, like with the.
No, it's like
even
his fans.
No. Even like ravers, I'll see them like the amount of beef I see between ravers on Facebook. They're going at it.
And we have a title for this podcast.
What?
AC hates drum and bass.
Oh, don't go now. No,
AC hates his fans.
No. AC hates the fans.
No, you should do the other one. The thing I said at the beginning. What did I say at the beginning? That was the title.
What's the title?
My heating's not working.
I'm on the beach. I'm on the beach in a fucking...
Not that one. No. It was
I need to get some WD-40 for my chair again.
I do actually, yeah, but it wasn't that one. It was something else. Something we were talking about.
When you remember it, you let me know.
When you watch this again to like do that.
I was going to say, it's not like we're recording this or anything, so it's pretty easy to reference.
Yeah.
So you see, you got a defender on the YouTube upload.
Let me see what happened.
Hold on.
Who's got a defender, Jen?
You have.
Me?
Yeah.
Who's that?
They're on your side, man.
Is someone caught? Right, let me read the thing first. Hold on. Have you got it there?
I haven't got it.
Defender about what? What did I do?
About the podcast being called AC Hates Gandhi.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. I don't hate Gandhi.
Yeah, it's not what you said last week.
When did I say that, man?
I'll read it out.
Yeah, go on, Em.
Interesting to learn about Dr.
Ambedkar,
Ambedkar, and hear AC's intelligent and nuanced argument about Gandhi's shortcomings. Sadly, lost on the person or persons responsible for naming the podcast.
Yeah. But who's that comment from?
And that comment is by somebody called AC.
What?
You use the burner account.
You're fucking kidding me. What?
No.
Yeah,
oh, who's it by? Who's it by for real?
Yeah,
by
AC.
AC. What?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me... What the fuck? I need to see this.
Actually joined, remarkably so, at exactly the same time that we started doing the podcast.
Who the fuck is this? Hold on, where is it?
Listen, man, they're bigging you up, bro.
What's it called again? How you doing, mate? Podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like, yeah, they are. But why you calling? Putting my name there, man? How are you doing? What the fuck? Where is it?
I'm sure this is interesting to listeners.
I'm just looking it up, listeners. I'm just looking it up.
He's trying to see what I've already told him is there. He's not going to get any new information from it.
I just put you lot did me dirty. Oh, see, yeah, someone called AC. What the fuck? Who is this?
It's you, bro.
I'm going to big him up. Whoever this person is.
You big him up, man.
Thanks.
Self-congratulatory, man.
Thanks.
You big him up.
For
having my back myself.
Having
as soon as he presses send, you can hear his phone go bing.
Yeah. Okay, listen.
YouTube notification.
Thanks for what should I put? Thanks for what? What should I put?
Thanks for having my back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. These two are a couple of proper cunts.
Having my
and they bully me every week.
Back.
They throw me under the bus every week. They try to throw me under the bus and defame my character.
I'm such a scapegoat for these two.
Defamators. I'll call you
defamators. Yeah.
Defamators.
I need friends like you because my ones suck.
Who needs enemies when you have friends like this? Yeah, that's what I'll put. With friends like these, who needs enemies? That's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Is your flat warmed up yet?
Sucker.
It's getting a bit warmer. I can feel it getting a bit warmer now. Yeah. Yeah.
You look like a what's them Harry Potter things? Dementors.
Yeah, Dementors.
Demented,
Yeah. You look like a Dementor on holiday.
Dementors on the beach. Dementors on the beach. Dementors on holiday. Iron Apple. Kill Harry Potter. Fucking hell, man.
We got special package deals for single traveling Dementors.
Shit, man.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
going from a jokey subject, speaking about industry. So I did a live earlier today speaking about this, and I thought we should use our platform.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw your Twitter update.
Yeah, man. Like, so last night, just about to go to bed, and I see one of my mates who's like a proper cool person, helped me out a lot. Kind of like a friend of a friend who's become a friend. Like, someone was like, yo, you should work with this person, and I did, and we've done a few things together and whatever. Proper cool. If I ever need anything, boom, she'll jump on the track. So she put up a post with basically just screenshotting this guy's comment to her, yeah? And the guy's just gone like, yeah, proper inappropriate. And it just got me thinking about I kind of bring this topic up every year, man. It comes up like every couple of months, really. And
Hold on, I'm lost. What happened?
so this girl was trying to work with this producer, and out of nowhere, he just messaged her some inappropriate shit. Like,
oh, yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah, man. And I was just like, I guess it's a weird topic to have of three men in the industry, but at the same time, we're the people who need to have the conversation. Isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
I've seen it happen to other female artists I know.
Yeah, loads.
And the thing is, like, the producer has said to them, "Oh yeah, calm down. Yeah, don't worry about paying me for studio time." And I've said to them, they're gonna want something else. And they're like, "No, he's cool. He seems like a good guy." And I'm like, "Okay, be careful." And then they've come back saying, "Yeah, he tried it with me."
Yeah.
So
you know what's nuts as well? So this girl messaged me a little while ago. So because I'm doing this I'm part of this Japanese crew, yeah. And so whenever I need help, I needed help with like this translation thing. So I was like, who speaks Japanese and English who can help me with this art thing? And the guy who runs it, he's like, yeah, I could do it, but I ain't really got time. But check out this rapper, this girl called Hannah. So I was like, all right, cool. And so she helped me translate this thing. Long story short, done, boom, boom, boom. Then she messaged me probably about a month ago and was like, I want to get back into music. And I was like, yeah, cool. And she was like, do you know any studios around Northwest London? And I was like, well, I work in Northwest London. So you could come and use a studio. And then she was like, cool. But I was just like, but you can't come by yourself, innit? You have to have someone to come with you. And she was like, why is that? I was just like, because I can't have a female in the studio alone. Like, I just wouldn't. That's not how I roll. And plus, the studio we have is for young people. You're under the age. She's in an age group where she can still use it as a young person because she lives in the area. So I can literally get her through and go, yeah, this person wants to use a studio, and because she's a young person, she qualifies to use it. But I was like, you can't. I would have to have either staff with me, or you need to bring somebody. And then she was just like what? Like, and I was like, listen, you need to be careful. You can't just be out here just going to studios with people you don't know. Like, I'm cool, but even me telling you I'm cool that's not even enough. You need to always make sure you're protected, because this industry is nuts. Like, it's not a safe place. And you should always be protected. And it's weird that having this conversation. I guess she's quite young and only just getting into music, but it's a conversation that has to be had. And somebody was mentioning, she was like, yeah, I think it was her sister. She was like, my sister or someone, I think it's her sister. She was like, she was into music, went to work with this person, came back and was like, I don't want to do music anymore. And just won't talk. Like, yeah, man, I'm just like, fuck, like your hopes and dreams being shattered because of what someone has done to you while you're...
Yeah.
What was that radio station that happened with? last year or 2 years ago.
Oh, what's it called?
Some rich
Radar. Was it Radar?
Radar. It was Radar. Yeah.
Radar Radio. Yeah.
Man. It happens all the time. It happens fucking all the time, and it's and we're the people that should be having the discussion about this, because we're the people that should be telling the blokes that are doing this kind of thing that they're cunts.
Well, even with my students, I tell them about all of this stuff, because I say, look, man, like, go and you might have this image of what the music industry is going to be, but there's so many sharks out there. There's so many abusers. There's a lot of potential for bullying, so you have to guard yourself against it at all times, innit? And I'm not doing it to put them off. It's just so that they won't get put off.
It's so shitty that it's like the rape issue, where it's so shitty that we have to warn women that this potential stuff is going to happen instead of like kind of creating a culture where men don't do it to women. I've had this conversation so many times recently with people where they're like, oh yeah, but women, I protect my daughters and blah blah blah, and I tell them about the evils of the world and stuff like that. And it's like, well, what do you do for your sons? Do you tell them, like, do you teach them that they shouldn't treat women like this? I mean, should that not be like as big, if not bigger, priority of like the kind of the way that you teach your children?
Yeah, I think some parents, some men would do that. Some parents would do that for their sons.
Yeah.
I had that. I was told that by my mum and dad, how to be respectful of people and women especially and all that. So, some parents will. Some might not.
I was never told that. I was never told like how.
I was never told it.
No.
And to me, it was something that I don't think I ever needed to be told. It's just something that was kind of in me. But to me, it's not really like I don't think it's even a male-female thing with me. I think I'm just not going to treat a person in a way I don't feel that they deserve to be treated.
Yeah.
And I know, like, there's no acceptable. I feel like if you're there to do a professional job, that side that should never really enter your mind. Like, you shouldn't even be thinking that way. And even if that does, let's say you're at work. Let's say you work with someone who you feel like is you're sexually attracted to or physically attracted to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's ways of, like, I don't know, man. There's ways of kind of seeing if it's consensual. Is the feeling mutual?
I've never done anything like that with anyone I've worked with. So, because I've always thought in the office, got to have work and personal separate in it. I know other people that have done it, and then they've got a good relationship out of it. Yeah. But then there's some other people that they had a relationship, and then when they broke up, it was so awkward in the office for them.
But that's the thing. This is an office work, right? So there's rules and regulations around office work that you can't act in certain ways in public. Like that you can't just go and slap a girl's ass or demand sex and stuff like that. Like, which that happens in the music industry all the time, because more often than not, like Jen was saying, this person is in the studio alone with the woman. They're recording her music. And then the demand is made for sex because it's in a private environment. Like, there's no HR department when you've got when you've got this scenario of two people in the studio together, or any of that kind of stuff.
It goes on worse in it. What goes on worse in the film industry? That I remember I had one girlfriend. Yeah, she wanted to write scripts. Yeah, and she met this guy who's a director, and he was driving her around in his car and everything to go and meet these like industry connections and everything. And I said to her, why is he doing this stuff for you? He's like, oh, he's just a friend. He's just being a good friend to me. I say, I think he's going to try and move to you soon. So no, you're too cynical. You never believe anything. You always fucking think all these people are cunts. I was like, okay, cool. Then like, she comes at me. She's like, yeah, you were 100% right. I was like, what the fuck happened? She goes, they went back to his flat one day to work on scripts, yeah? And he tries to move to her.
Tried to flip the script.
Yeah, and she was like, no. And he was like, oh, come on. Don't matter if you've got a boyfriend. He doesn't need to know, and all this fucking bullshit. And he was trying to block her going out the door and all, all that kind of bullshit behaviour. So and then she just locked him off. But
you know what? Part of it is this, and this is why I work the way I work here. So a lot of times in studios, say you're not even alone. A lot of times in the studio, the environment is not a working environment in some places.
No.
They're drinking and smoking, and you might have situations where you're recording, but you got your boys there who are drinking and smoking, girls that are drinking and smoking. Everyone, it's a party vibe. To me, that's why I've never ever, like, when I record, that's not how I work. When I go to work, I go to work. The same when I do shows as well. I've been with people, we've been at shows and people have been like, yo, do you want to drink whatever? And I've always been like, nah. This is, for me, even though you're in an environment where everyone's partying and having fun or whatever, and it's not wrong to do that. Like, you're there to have fun. And
I love doing that.
Yeah, that's Terry's bag, innit?
Yeah.
But for me, I've always just been like, nah, I'm like, I really see this as some work. I really see this as work shit. And I've got
I'm the same, innit? But
Terry slightly, our audience is slightly different and what we do is slightly different. But I feel like that element of it gets kind of, which is the reason why people aren't as professional. So we don't see it as work.
But you know, see, because I'm like that as well. Yeah, one guy tried to diss me like on Facebook years ago, saying that I was a crackhead and all this stuff. And so many people just came to my defense on this thing, saying, "What the fuck?" He's saying AC's not a crackhead. What are you talking about? He barely does anything. Yeah, like,
I've never seen you fucking drink before.
That's what I'm saying. So
the last thing I would associate you with is being a crackhead. I mean, I can understand if I've been accused of being a crackhead a couple of times, but the thing is, like you say, that party element, there's that fine line. There's like a real fine line in between, like what's work, what's partying, and in a club. This shit happens all the time. Like in clubs with DJ. I mean, there's so many DJs that have been called out for it. So many people that have been called out for it. Promoters, DJs, fucking
called out for what?
For
molesting women, for attacking women and stuff like that. But like when you're in that studio environment, though, like there's it's almost like a kind of different dynamic. That party
it should be,
that party element is there. But it's like having a house party or something like that. It's like you're very comfortable at home and whatever. Like you used to see it all the time. Now, I think there's obviously like a predatory element to this where the person that's doing it, you don't just go into a studio and party, then molest a woman and then attack a woman. It doesn't happen like that. It's the predatory element of the person that's doing it, which is the deciding factor on that, I think, as well. But the thing about that is, if that person's been getting away with it for so long, and the culture exists there for it to for them to get away with it, then that's a fucking issue as well. And that's what we've got. That's what we've got to talk about, and that's what we've got to talk about changing as well. So that, number one is calling out the people that do this kind of stuff. Number two is changing the culture that surrounds this kind of stuff as well, like where this is just an accepted thing. And every now and again, someone mentions it, someone gets called out for it. Cool. It's just going to be exactly the same the week after. Someone else is going to be doing it somewhere. Like it's. I've heard horror stories about shit like this, like singing, like amazing singers being called into the studio. They met at a club, get called into the studio, do a vocal. Like promises to record their album and stuff like that, and then rape happens. It's
like The Boys, in The Boys episode 1 where she goes to join the Seven.
Yeah, exactly that.
What's the guy who goes underwater called? The Deep.
Yeah, the Deep. Yeah.
Yeah, just ask her to suck him off and everything or whatever. So it's just that kind of bullshit.
It is, yeah, it is because it's an informal situation. The music industry, the film industry, all this kind of stuff is an informal situation. Because, like I say, who are you going to go and tell? There's no HR department there. You can't just go. You can't go and complain to the boss. There's no like kind of fail safes there that are involved. It's fucking disgusting. It makes my skin crawl. It really does.
There's also a double-edged sword to it as well, because some people will use that to ruin someone who's actually innocent.
100. How do you mean?
Like they'll make an accusation that wasn't true, and
do you know how seldom that actually happens?
I know it's seldom. It is seldom. It's
the same as the rape argument. Like it's the same. It's exactly the same as the rape argument. Do you know how fucking seldom that actually happens? And even more so, like with. I mean, I get your point where it's an informal thing where, like their rumor can start and blah blah blah. But it doesn't happen like as nearly as often as most men who are rape apologists. Not saying you're a rape apologist, but it doesn't happen like nearly as often as what men who are rape apologists say that it does. So it's not. They're not. Like,
yeah, no, they're not in the same. They're not in the same.
They're not even clearly.
But the problem with there not being that transparency in these situations. So maybe you've got someone who is vexed that someone they had a crush on or whatever turned them down. Then they decide to do an accusation. There has been situations like that in the past. Not as many.
There was a situation with what's his name in it. What's his name? The guy did actually I don't want to say his name actually. But there was a guy who was doing really well. Doing well in the music industry. Did pretty good on some TV shows. Then he had an allegation, and it just derailed everything, man. Career just came crashing down. But at the same time, this is to me.
And then he got proved that he was innocent afterwards?
Yeah.
See, that's fucked. But then, like, I've seen there's certain situations that happen in the music scene that I've seen where then people are saying, "Oh, this person's a wife beater," or "This person's a rapist and a wife beater or whatever, woman beater," and I've been like, I'm not just gonna condemn that man straight away. I'm gonna wait because it's going to court. I'm waiting to the outcome of the thing before I say anything.
That's the best thing you can do. That's 100% the best thing.
Some people jump on that bandwagon and they'll be like, "Oh, he's a fucking wife beater," and they'll lock him off and da 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 da. I'm like, no, I'm waiting because what if he's innocent? I don't know. I don't know this person. I don't know that person. So every
time that happens, every time there's an accusation, there's 100 times more women who have been raped, sexually assaulted, whatever, that have never told anybody because of a fear of losing their own position. Not making that accusation because they're scared of being called a liar or being blackballed from the fucking industry.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, like there's a few of them things going on in drum and bass at the moment. And
Jesus.
I'm not saying
I'm surprised me, mate. Does not surprise me.
So all I'm doing is
drum and bass, man.
I'm just waiting on the outcome of the court cases. Like there was one that happened a few years ago, and I know
about these actually.
I met the geezer, and I was like, whoa! But then it all came out in the court. It came out in the courtroom, and he admitted to it. So then I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But before that, I was just like, well, I don't know. I'm not going to come out on either side because I just don't know.
Yeah, so, I mean, accusations can actually like kind of lead to results as well, though. That's the point. Like if those accusations, for example, there's someone that we all know who this came out about him last year. If the accusations and the pressure hadn't got so much, then he would never admit to anything. Like, and now he's admitted to it, and hopefully he can go on and heal. The people who he did it to can go on and heal. Wait, did he admit to it? Yeah.
No, he was saying he did. I thought he said he didn't.
No, he did. He did admit to everything.
He's pressing charges against her.
He said
no. He didn't admit to everything. He didn't admit to the one that was. No, he didn't admit to the one that the
he
woman.
Said, but he said I had problems in the past that I've got through.
Yeah, it didn't say what they were.
But he didn't say really what they were.
No. But he came out in the paper and said it, didn't he? They're like he actually got covered in the fucking national papers.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he ended up getting dropped from his record label. All that kind of stuff that would have happened if it had been proved that he did it. But there's still stuff that he hasn't admitted to. But he wouldn't have said shit if that pressure wasn't there.
Yeah. I'll give you one example what happened to me. Yeah? So I've got one time I was out in Spain or whatever, kind of got talking to this girl, took her number, went and met her down the beach the next day, talking to her more. When we got back to England, I didn't holler at her. So then, because I found out that she used to go out with some guy I knew, and I didn't want to disrespect his feelings because apparently he still had feelings for her. So I didn't do anything with her. Yeah. Then, it was a time later, then her friend must have seen me. So we took a photo together and she sent it to her saying, "Oh, look who I just met." And then she replied back, "Oh, he's such a fucking creep, rare. So I was like, why am I a creep? What the fuck did I do? I asked the friend. And the friend was really surprised as well, going, I don't know. But it's because I didn't pursue her and she's pissed off or something. I don't know. It's just fucking weird. So I was like, well, that's do you know what I mean? These things can happen.
Yeah, but we're getting off the point here of like kind of we're diluting the point of something that's like actually like quite a serious thing that happens all the time. Like
but then if that girl's going around telling everyone that I'm like that when I'm not, do you know what I'm saying? That's fucking me up. And there's even one other MC I know, he wasn't even in the rave. He's left the rave, and this girl has put on Facebook that he raped her on the fucking pavement outside the rave. And I know he's left. So I had to say, it was turning into a witch hunt. So I had to holler at him quick in the morning, because luckily I woke up that morning and just checked Facebook. It was turning into a witch hunt, So I was like, bro, this girl's saying you raped her, I, for one, know you couldn't have raped her on the pavement outside the club at 6 a.m. because you left the rave at 3 a.m. So you better get on that quick and state your case, because otherwise your career's over. So he did, and do you know what I mean? He didn't get fucked. And then the girl was like, oh yeah, it must not have been you, it was someone else, and da-da-da-da. So
this is why I keep my phone. Everyone's always going, turn off your phone location. No, my location is on my phone all the fucking time. I got 2 phones with locations on, so you know where the fuck I was at any time, man. Trust me.
Yeah. So when you go somewhere, your phone saves a location. Don't you have to screenshot it all the time?
Nope.
For real?
Whenever you use your phone, it's in the background. So I could go into my location services. It'll tell me where I was yesterday at certain times. Got my proof right there.
So, you know, and then so these,
and plus I got the vaccination as well, so it tracks my movements.
You got the vaccination?
Yeah, ages ago.
Did you have any side effects or not? Like Terry had or not?
Nah, but I can see into the future now.
Oh, for real?
When did you have the vaccination through your work?
No.
What, they just gave it to you?
Yeah, they were like, yo, we got some left over. Do you want to get it today?
Oh yeah, you can do that. My friend went and done that.
I was like, yeah. I was like,
what one did you have? Pfizer or?
I had, what did Terry have? Terry had the Vauxhall Astra. I had the fucking BMW, bro.
Yeah, like, you have. I don't even know the difference between them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
The Pfizer one is isn't it? You gotta have 2 of both of them, isn't it?
Yeah, man, all of them. All there's 4 different ones now. You got to have 2 doses of all of them. It's just the way vaccines work. You have to have
Well, I just want to get back to that point a little bit as well, because AC, I understand what you're saying, but I'm really conscious of not playing whataboutism with like.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that at all.
And like, kind of
AC, stop being a fucking prick.
Yeah, no, not trying to divert off the conversation that we were having about a very serious, because yes, it happened. Yes, fake accusations like rape accusations happen, but that doesn't dilute the fact.
Oh
that
no, I never said that.
I know, but it's something that we don't necessarily need to talk about.
No, we don't.
In the same like kind of course of conversation as what we were talking about. So I just want to put that out there because I've been very fucking vocal about that.
And once we change the culture. That shit that fixes itself. It's like
it fixes. Yeah, exactly. This fixes itself.
This needs to be dealt with first. Like this is the issue that we're having is these fucking creeps. And on my live, I said I wasn't gonna get animated, and I managed to calm it down. I don't want to get animated now, but it makes my blood boil. It makes me want to find certain people and smash their fucking faces in. And I will say this: Actually, I'm not even going to say it. Don't do it. I'm not incriminating myself. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But like they should like in school. They should. Don't they have like now? Like have they changed the curriculum so they educate like young boys about how to behave around?
They should do.
You can't do that.
Why don't they do that? Why don't they do that though?
Because school. What did you learn in school? What the fuck did you learn in school?
No, but I'm saying they do the curriculum again, innit?
Why can't you update make spaghetti?
They can't do that shit.
Why can't they do that again?
They probably could, but they're not going to because you're not. The part of the problem is, our society is very comfortable how it is because not because it works, but because it's been able to get away with certain shit for so long. And again, this is just it's a societal issue, like
societal.
Societal. Yeah. I'm not a fucking doctor, AC. Like, it's fucked up everywhere. Like I was speaking earlier about this idea that we have about rapists and pedophiles, and we act like they're like the minority out here, but they're not the minority out here. Like they're out here like bold and proud. And again, it's like there's a culture of it. These kids, man, the kind of shit that they're doing on the daily, you're just like, fuck, like where the fuck did you learn this shit? Yeah. I don't think school is enough. Like again, it will help, but it's a massive cultural shift. There's so much in just how we are, and you know what's funny?
So where do you think people are learning it from?
Society.
Yeah, but
what aspects? Yeah. Like
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I never want to be the person who's like, yo, the music is the problem. But there's certain shit that we grew up on. Like, it ain't no fun.
Like, whoa.
It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Like, that's not some cool shit.
No, for real.
That was a fucking wicked song. Like, you know what I mean? And that whole, if you listen to that whole, the whole Snoop album, you listen to the first Chronic, like, that's just, the music is really just a part of the culture, but that's how the culture was. And you even hear it now, you hear in certain songs, like, women are treated like you're just part of you're just another thing, innit? Like, yeah.
You're like the cars and the diamonds.
Yeah, you're just a thing. Like, yeah, I ain't trying to fuck you, just give me head, then fuck off. Like, you're just like, what? Wait, what? Like, is that, why is that a thing? Like, how did we get here? And why is that cool? Why is that okay? Why is it okay to be like that? Why is no one in the studio going, bro, what did you just say? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bruv? Like, fucking show women some fucking respect out here. Well, it's like we're still in the same place.
And the reason that's not brought up like that is the culture that surrounds it, because that's the cool thing to do. Like, it's to do that, and it's super fucking uncool. So to call people out on it.
But when Dolores Tucker brought it up,
we told her to fuck off.
She got cussed out by
we told her to fuck off, and we'll still do the same thing. But this is what gets me, and I know I'm wrong for even thinking it and saying it, but I'm always like, why do women listen to that music as well? Because women are the ones who are the taste me, because they push the music. And I'm always like, why isn't there a place where women just go, do you know what? Any music disrespecting us, we're not fucking with it. Yeah. But at the same time, why do I listen to music about fucking killing kids? Kids killing kids. Why? I listen to that shit all the time. So,
but the thing is, you can't like kind of frame it as like something that's coming from music, because if that music didn't exist, rape would still exist.
100%.
Like all of this kind of stuff music is a reflection of everything else that's going on around it. It's not like yes, music creates pop culture. Music does create culture, but it's a ever like kind of decreasing circle where culture is influencing music at the same time. So
it's like the red culture pyramid.
Yeah.
Like it's part of that. Yeah.
If you get someone who's never listened to a rap tune, they fucking hate rap. They still potentially could be a rapist. Like, and they do. Like, you get people who are into all types of music, films, culture, whatever, who are fucking rapists. I bet Harvey Weinstein's never listened to a Tupac tune.
Nope.
Like, and it's built up in the power structure of it's the power dynamic that's involved. And that's why there's always this problem with like a woman going to a producer studio. The producer holds the power over her career. Like you've got the.
That's why I've always told these female artists, when they're telling me they're gonna get this studio, I said, "Are you paying for it?" They'll be like, "No, he's giving me free studio time. I might be fucking careful. He might want something in return, sexually." And they're like, "No." And I'm always proven right. So that's why I always tell people, pay for your studio time, so they know it's 100% professional. And no one, like, do you know what I mean? Like, even now, I'd even say to these women, if you're going to a studio on your own, you better have a fucking camera on you or some shit. Just film everything.
Don't go alone.
Don't go alone. That's the best way.
The same way I tell when we have young people coming into the studio, we don't have young people by themselves in the studio. And this is male or female. You don't go by yourself. There's there's always going to be two workers anyway. But if you're not in that situation, it's just it's not a youth club or whatever. Man, bring somebody with you. Make sure you have somebody with you. Like, and make sure if they should insist. That should be part of. They should be like, yo, nah, I'm not letting you come into my studio. If not, I told the story twice. I told the story about when Tanny, when she performed on my album, and she was 15 at the time, or maybe even 14 at the time, and she was gonna come through the studio. I'm like, nah, you can't come. Make sure she don't come by herself, man. She needs to, because there's even though there was 3 guys, I'm like, nah, we need like, you know what I mean? Make sure she comes with somebody. She came with her auntie. Lady Lights. I spoke about Lady Lights when we had to meet up, and she was like, again, she was young. I'm like, yo, it's got to be somewhere where you're comfortable. You can't come to the studio because there wasn't enough. She couldn't bring someone with her. Her mum couldn't come because she had sisters. I said, cool, I'll come to your yard, didn't it? Came, met her mum, met her sisters and all that shit. Like, that's the way things should be. Like, it should always be above board. And if somebody doesn't want to do that, then you know they're not really to be trusted.
Well, I mean, what it should be is the lady can go to a studio and not have to fear getting fucking raped. That should fucking be it.
Yeah. That's what the dynamic should be. And that's why I've always got such a problem with people going, right, like, tell women that there's dangers in the industry and stuff like that. Yes, there are, but what are those dangers coming from? They're coming from us. They're coming from men. Like, it's not you. Like, even go to a studio and then like kind of having to be feared by being raped by a woman. It doesn't happen.
They get feared to be feared raped by a man though.
Yeah.
Like, look at B2K, like B2K, innit? When they came out, Little Fizz came out saying they all got raped and stuff to get.
And again, this is a problem with the patriarchy. Like, this is a problem with the power dynamic in the patriarchy. So all men have to look at their fucking behaviours. And I've been saying this, and I got roundly fucking slated on Facebook the other day for saying this, because like anytime you mention anything like this, men start becoming victims and going, oh yeah, but and I'm not having a proper UAC, but like I'm not having a proper UAC, but men start going, oh yeah, but what about fake rape accusations and stuff like that? It's like, that's not the fucking discussion here. That's not the discussion. Stop trying to dilute the discussion with whataboutism. There's a problem with men. There's a problem with men, and we've got to fucking deal with it. Like, it's not necessarily the women's problem. Like, it's the women's problem that they're getting fucking raped and they're getting attacked and they're getting molested and they're getting exploited. But it's our fucking problem, and we have to adjust our fucking behaviour about it. I get very passionate about this stuff, man, because the problem comes in when we all think that we're good blokes, we're nice blokes. Like, we might be fucking brilliant blokes. I've never raped anybody. I 100% know that neither of you have ever raped anybody. We might have certain behaviours that have gone out of line sometimes or whatever, like made women feel uncomfortable or whatever. But the thing is, after that thing happened with, the woman that got killed by the policeman, they came out, the women were scared walking home from the station, and nothing happened to them, but they just scared walking home from the station.
Oh, you mean the one in England?
We've got to look at the way that we act around women, because we're responsible for this culture. As men, we're responsible for this culture of women living in fear of us, and women saying that they're scared to walk home from the station by themselves. They're scared. So I don't know what it is we have to do, but the problem firmly lands in our ball court.
Facts.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I get a bit too passionate about this.
Therefore, like one time,
I don't think you can get too passionate. I don't think you can get too passionate, man.
No.
One time I seen this girl that I was at school with, and she was walking home, and some geezer just run up to her, and like started harassing her on the street, saying, "Oh, let me come back to your place," and da 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 da. So we were walking behind about 50 meters. So then we ran up. We were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the guy just run off. And she was in tears and that, saying, "Oh, he was trying to come back with me." It's like that. So this shit goes on all the fucking time.
It does,
even like one of like there's some people that I don't know where they learn this behavior, but there's one girl I knew. She was walking through Kilburn, and this guy just got in her face, said, "Yeah, you're gonna be my girlfriend now. Give me your number." Da 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 da, and all this kind of shit. And she was smart, because he was really being threatening. So she said, "Yeah, okay, cool. Let's go to the shop so I can get a drink." Yeah. So she goes in the shop, and she goes to the guy, "Call the police now," innit? Behind the shop counter, and he was like, "Why you got this guy's harassing me?" So then that's how she did it. So that was smart. But other people, they'll be too scared to think like on their feet like that, maybe, and no fault of their own. But you got these like predators going around who are behaving like that. Like, who the fuck taught him that's how you talk to a woman? It's just mad, isn't it?
It's like Terry said about how you react to certain things as well. You remember Terry, South Foxy, you got the park.
That
That goes from Green Lane or whatever, and you can cut through to get down to like the mid of the South Forks or whatever. So I was walking through that park. I used to go that way to go to work. So I'm walking through, and it was or maybe I was going. I don't know where I was going, but it was late at night, and I think it was around Halloween as well. So there's this girl who's walking, and she's dressed up like a schoolgirl. And she's a little bit in front of me, but like quite a way in front, to be fair. And I'm walking down there listening to Rock Marciano, and there's the part when you get out of the park is like a real alleyway, man. It's really dark as well. You can't see shit. Normally when I walk through there, I use my phone as a torch to like see the fucking ground. Can't see shit.
Yeah.
So I'd stop my music and I'd use the torch on the ground so I could see. And she was a little bit in front of me, and she's on the phone, and she was like, I was kind of a bit close to her by then, and then she was like, okay, can you stay on the phone? Stay on the phone, please. And I was like, wait, what? Oh shit, this girl's scared of me.
Yeah.
And like at the time, I was like, the fuck? Who the fuck is thinking about you? Like I was probably pissed off. I was just like, because in my mind, I was like, she made it out like I was like some predator or some shit. So I didn't say anything to her. I was just kind of, but in my head, I was just like, what the fuck? And I remember going to work, talking to one of my mates, and I was like, this girl, man, she's fucking, I was walking through it, and she was like, oh, can you stay on the phone? Like, I was gonna fucking touch her, fucking dirty skank. She's now like getting really like offended. Like,
but that's the realization now that that's a genuine fear for most women.
Yeah.
Like you can't personalize that necessarily.
Because you're so much bigger than her.
Yeah.
And my reaction to it as well was like, was nuts. Because it's like, it's not even about you. Like, it's not about you. It's about somebody who's like scared, and really your own reaction should be, as a decent human being, should be like.
Do you remember when we done that show up in flipping, I think it might have been Huddersfield, and we stayed the night in the premiere in, me and Terry got thrown out of there in the morning or something.
Yeah, that was it.
Somewhere.
That was the one where we were all sitting in a cafe, me, you, and Ruthless, and Terra, and a bloke. Do you remember that bloke was looking at us, going like that, and then like kind of looking down at his fucking fry up or whatever, and he was looking at us again, like an older boy, probably like late 50s, early 60s, and as him and his wife were walking out, he was like staring at us, and I went, "You all right, mate?" like that, and he went, "Yeah, are you their manager?" Yeah, I am, mate. Fucking jog on.
No, but see that night, me and Terry were roaming the streets, yeah?
Because you were kicked out of your hotel.
We saw this.
Tell the people what you did. Tell the people what you fucking did. You smoked in a hotel you weren't supposed to. You got kicked out. Anyway, carry on. Yeah.
So me and Jen were in a sensible room.
That was before we got kicked out.
In the hotel room I still had to pay for, but yeah, carry on. Right.
We got kicked out in the morning, man. We got kicked out in the morning. So I thought the promoter was paying for the hotel room.
They didn't pay for shit. I paid for everything.
What?
Carry on.
Wow, respect. So then
it comes out your feet, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Then what the fuck else was? Oh yeah. So we're walking, and this girl we saw like. She'd, I don't know what happened. She must have fallen out with someone or something, and she was stranded, innit? They just drove off and left her. So we seen the girl, and we were like, because she's on her own, and she had to walk quite far, and it was all dark and like on just some road, innit? Yeah. So we said to her, "Do you want us to walk you home, innit?" Yeah. And she was like, "Yeah, cool." And we said, "What we'll do though, because obviously you don't know us, yeah? You go on the pavement, we'll walk in the road, innit? Just so you feel safe, innit?" Yeah. So we just walked her. We walked her all the way home, and then dropped her off to her yard, and then we just left, and we come back. Same. So they're the kind of thing, because we just thought, like, obviously there's two of us, one of her. We thought she might be scared of us as well. Yeah. So then we just said to her, "No, we'll walk on the road, so we're far away from you, innit? And you just walk on it." So maybe that's something people can think about doing.
AC and Terry invented social distancing. You don't need to. You got them to thank for that, which is weird because Terry no longer believes in it. So
yeah, no. Well, that's quite often the case with someone who invents something, turns their back on it, isn't it?
Today I recorded a song with this young person, and it was an anti-COVID song, like, anti-vaccination song. It was quite funny, man. Yeah. Like I had to because one of his lyrics it wouldn't fit. He had too many syllables, so I had to like, "Nah, you got to say it like this." And as I'm saying it, I'm like, this is nuts. Me making an anti-vaccine song. After I just
my friend said he will not now have sex with any girl who's had the vaccine.
Because it will change his DNA.
Yeah, he says he'll change his DNA. Yeah,
Fair enough.
That's
but
cool. Maybe
I'll
that's
change
what
my
this-
voice.
yeah. See, I'll tell him.
Yeah, tell
right.
him.
Oh, shit.
It'll make your voice go higher as well.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts, man.
But yeah, it is crazy what you have to do to make sure that people feel safe because of this thing's all fucked up like that. And there's so many fucking predators out there.
I just see it as like a price we have to pay as good people to try and make people feel comfortable. Like
shit, there's this other fucking time. Yeah, now this is a mad one. Yeah,
Terry wasn't talking there, was he? All right,
No,
carry on.
no.
Sorry.
No,
This is coming,
carry
mate.
on, carry on.
This is in fucking
Wasn't
Norway.
going anywhere anyway, to be honest.
This is in Norway, right?
You just wait till you're talking in a minute.
Okay,
Carry
cool.
on.
So
Carry
this is in Norway, yeah, and we're doing this festival, and they were doing a competition for.
Oh, guess what? I went out a fucking wicked tangerine earlier. Right, carry on.
So and there's a competition for people at this festival to win some technic decks at the time, whatever. So all these people were getting up doing their different skills and stuff, yeah. And this woman got up and she just stripped naked. That was what she did. She stripped naked. She bent over, like showing her everything. And there's little kids in the audience and stuff, right?
The fuck?
So then like the organizer was like, "Whoa, what the fuck are you doing?" And they must have pushed her off the stage, yeah.
Oh,
And then she cut her leg, but she fell off. So me and Tara went to see if she's all right.
I bet you
And
did.
she had a bag of that date rape drug.
What the fuck? Is
Yeah,
that?
and she was taking
Where
that.
is this going?
Why is AC
No, wait.
AC Terror story? All right, carry on.
So
Fuck, man.
she goes to. I think Grandma was there as well. And
I bet he
White,
was.
yeah.
Fucking
So
hell.
she goes to. She's like, "Yeah, I'm taking this," and it was like that. Was it called Rehypnol? Is it or what's the date rape
Yeah,
drug?
I don't know, mate. Yeah,
So
right.
she offered us some of that. She goes, "Oh, do you want some Rehypnol?" I was like, "No, it's cool. So then we kind of left her to it. We was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm cool." And we left her to it. She stumbled off, yeah. And then there were these guys who were kind of like watching from a distance. They followed her into the alleyway. And they've tried raping her, innit? So we ran, and then like they all just legged it, innit? We basically saved her from getting raped by this gang of like teenagers.
Yeah, so that doesn't come off as like, oh yeah, that was that other time. That's a pretty fucking epic time there, AC.
Yeah,
like,
no, but I'm just telling you that. But then, right?
So a woman stripped naked during a kids' talent show because she was doing Rohypnol.
Rehypnol herself.
Yeah.
She Rohypnoled herself.
Yeah.
And then you stopped her from being raped. That's a pretty big deal.
And so then there was someone there who.
Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Yeah.
There's fucking more. There's more.
So there was someone there who started having a go at the woman for the fact that she'd stripped naked, and they said, you know, like they're saying she was asking for it. And I was like, look, just because she's naked, doesn't mean you can just rape her.
No.
Like, what, you're gonna go to a nudist camp and just try raping every woman and say they wanted it because they're naked? Come on, man, what the fuck are you going on about? I was like, that's just she's fucked out of her face. She's naked. Doesn't mean you can rape her. Like, what the fuck? Why?
Did she win
How
the
the
Dex?
fuck? Huh?
Did she win
No,
the
she
Dex?
didn't win. She didn't win. They gave it to someone else. She didn't win either. No. So, you know, I was like, just because someone's fucked out their face, you don't just rape them.
I could think of a different way to win decks. I don't want to fucking wake up my fucking ass.
No.
Be like, yo, did I get the decks? Well, my
Tell me I've got the 1200s.
You got the 12 something.
But yeah, that was a mad one, isn't it? That was a bit of a mad one.
Yeah, it
you
sounds
think
like
so?
it.
You think so? You think it's a bit of a mad one?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
AC and Terror's story is fucking madder than fucking what's that one? Perry and
Perry Mason.
no, not Perry. Ended up with fucking Perry Mason.
Kevin and Perry.
Kevin and Perry, yeah.
My sister said we were like the Laurel and Hardy of UK rap.
Just the Laurel and Hardy of UK.
Yeah.
Don't worry
not many
about
other
that.
people,
I said I don't remember Laurel and Hardy saving anyone from getting raped when they were on Rehypnol.
Not on Rehypnol, but
Norway.
I'm sure they probably saved a few women though. They were like, that was
I
their
don't know. Fuck me, didn't it?
yeah, man. They did their thing.
Yeah, they did their thing.
Fuck, man. Yeah, it's a mad world, man. It's a mad world. But you know, we stay out here, we keep it going, keep it popping. What else has been going on in the world?
I can't believe that was and there was this other time story. That was fucking mental.
Well, I don't know. I probably got more in it. We would just have to see.
Save them.
See
This is all
see
gold.
what's. It's only when the subject Tums and it'll pop in my head, innit? Like, to reference it,
in my mind, that was set in Portugal. You know that the Portugal show that we did, Terry. In my mind, it was.
Do you know what? I wasn't actually at that one, was I?
No, I'm talking about the one we did the festival.
Oh yeah, that festival
Lanyard
a couple of summers
Gang.
ago. Yeah.
That was fucking
Lanyard
sick,
Gang. Yeah.
What happened there? Some similar stuff?
No, nothing mental. Just we went there. We had some really nice food. We played a wicked gig to loads of people. Then we went back to the hotels, and then we went home. It's fucking mad, isn't it?
So why would that be in your mind about that?
Because you just went to a festival in Spain or whatever, in Norway.
No, Norway, yeah.
The maddest part was there was a fireworks. They did a firework display or something, and it was the loudest fireworks I ever heard in my life. I was in a hotel room, and I thought, not like no word of a lie, I swear on my life, I thought it was the end of the world or some shit. Like for a split second, I was like, oh shit, it's an atomic bomb or something. Like,
Basically, when they went off, all those little dragons that were knocking around, those little lizards that were knocking around, about 10 of them made their way into my room. When that went off, like they all just fucking came in through the window.
Yeah.
One of the very few times I've been actually scared in my life. Like, wait, it was literally a split second, but it was enough for me to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That was a good party as well, man. I love a party when you get there and the promoter goes, right, everything's set up in that room there, and that's where you're playing there. I'm like, okay, cool. You walk into that room and there's like 10 bottles of vodka, crisps, sandwiches, like, and you're like, it's gonna be a fucking good night, lads.
But
like
you know what's really tough? So I got this weird phobia, which I don't think I've ever told you lot about. But I got like a real phobia of like dirt. So like if something just is not, if there's a place that's not really clean, I'm always just like,
that was filthy out the back there as well, wasn't it? I don't give a fuck.
The fact I can even remember it, like I can get through it. Like it's not debilitating, but it's like I can never really feel comfortable.
I was spitting in the glasses to wash him out.
It was not like
right.
And I remember just thinking like, there's nowhere to sit. There's nowhere to do anything because I can't sit on anything because everything's like that. Normally, for those of you who have been to clubs, so clubs are a really hard place for me. Anywhere like most of the back stages of clubs, so like the back room in like Jam or Mass or any of them places, they're like really difficult for me to be in because I'm just like, nah, it's dirty.
Yeah.
Like, can't deal with it. But that was one of the places I was just like,
it was filth, So like the hotel was wicked. The restaurant we went to before was wicked.
That was cool. Yeah.
I don't notice this stuff anymore because I've been at the back of festivals like for the last 20 years. So I walk in, third day of a festival, the place is fucking filthy. People being like, because it was like a dust storm as well, wasn't it? Like it was proper hot, really dusty. Like so all these festival crew have been in and out. There's footprints everywhere. It's filthy. There's like all these fresh sandwiches there, and I'm wiping the dust and the dirt off the sandwiches and fucking destroying them. But yeah, no, I can understand because that was filled out the back.
And I'm only eating things that come in a packet, or like I'm only.
You get good immunity booster though from having a bit of dirt around.
Mate, I used to play at this place called Kazantip in the Ukraine, on the beach in the Ukraine. Like Ukraine is not known for its health and safety or its sanitary waste. Like let's say it like that. This is like a month-long festival as well. And I'm not going to mention his name, but a humongous drum and bass DJ, right? He's got the same phobia that you've got, but times about 50. Like, AC, I'll tell you who it was off camera. But yeah, watching him trying to eat at this place, we're all there for like a week, and it's like I loved it. I didn't give a fuck. Like it was absolutely fine. Like I was eating arseholes, I was eating fucking dirty sandwiches. It was fucking great. But watching him trying to find something to eat, and he's a big lad as well. He's like a bodybuilder. Like watching him trying to find something to eat, it was.
Shit! I know you're talking about.
It got to a point where it was actually fucking sad. Like he was eating, like I was eating.
He was down to 15 stone.
yeah. He was wasting away. Like we're all sitting around because they do these like while I was eating meat, so it was quite a long time ago. But they do these shish kebab things, like these meat, pork, chicken. Like, it's amazing. Like, and so we were getting them every day and then going and DJing, just having these fucking king feasts. And he's sitting there with a packet of Walkers going, I'm watching all, because he just refused to eat it because it was all on an open, It was an open thing. The place is fucking filthy though. Like there's piss everywhere. There's people shitting
Yeah, I can't.
like outside the festival, stuff like that. Like it was amazing though. Like this was
festivals are like the world after nuclear war, man. That's the best
especially
way.
this one as well. You look up the Vice documentary on Kazantip, man. There was fucking knocking shops on the beach. Like there's like used condoms everywhere. Like it was amazing experience. But mate, unbelievable. I won't even get into some of the other stories that happened there, but one of the proudest nights of my life, boys. I'd say that. One of the proudest nights of my life.
We'll save that for
what does that mean? What does that mean?
What do you think it means?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Use your fucking imagination, AC.
Let's leave it.
You had a foursome, you had a threesome, a fucking...
He almost got it.
No, I'm joking.
He almost got it.
A quadruple-some. I don't know.
Let's move on. Fucking amazing, man. I was in a penthouse as well. It was in a penthouse that looked over the fucking festival. Like there was a jacuzzi there, but typical Ukraine, like the jacuzzi hadn't worked in about 10 years. It was something from the 80s. But like I sat in the jacuzzi afterwards, in a completely dry jacuzzi looking out over the festival. It was fucking amazing.
So it's a Soviet era jacuzzi.
Well, this place, like, it is like the disputed territory between Russia and the Ukraine. It's right on the Black Sea. Simferopol is just down the road. It's a place called, I can't remember, but it's this beautiful beach, like, and they used to have all the kind of the Soviet holiday like resorts there.
Yeah.
So
it's like a massive. There's like loads of blocks. Like similar,
loads of blocks, all the way along. Like you can go all the way down to Romania, like on the Black Sea, and it all like kind of. And there's all these amazing blocks. It looks like something out of like a sci-fi movie that's made in the '60s. That's about the '80s or something like that. It's just crazy place.
Those blocks were originally built to be like luxury apartments or luxury holiday apartments, and then kind of just didn't really happen. But yeah, they still use them. But yeah,
it's crazy. But like this part of this part of the Black Sea. Basically, there was nothing there, so that's why they put the festival there.
Sick.
And like all like it was all like kind of farmers and stuff in the area. So what all the farmers did once they put the festival there, they all built their own hotels. Sick. So instead of farming for a living, they built hotels. Okay. So there's these fucking men, like none of them are made properly. I've broken my ankle there twice. So, you know, like twice on two different fucking occasions.
Wow.
Because they don't build the stairs properly. Like with stairs, they have to be exactly the same length down as they are across, and they just didn't do that. And I'll be like, yeah, let's go party. Pull down like. But yeah, this one fucking apartment that they put like the kind of headline DJs in. It's fucking amazing. Like there's like limited electricity to be honest, but like they got like a jacuzzi, right, like a hot tub jacuzzi right in the middle, and it actually smells, man, because it's not been turned on in like I don't know. I say the 80s. It's definitely not the 80s. It hasn't been turned on since the early 2000s. Yeah. But yeah, crazy place, man. Fucking absolutely mental place. It's not even there anymore. Like I went and did it. Probably 3 years ago, because it's Russia now instead of the Ukraine, and it's like this Russian guy that runs it, and it's called Club Z or something like that, and it's basically just a pale comparison to what it used to be. But man, back in the day, that was the spot. This festival used to go on for a month.
Wow.
DJs every single night, like massive firework displays, like people getting married there and stuff like that. Fucking mental, man.
Is that called the Crimea, that area?
Crimea, yeah. So it's in the Crimea.
Okay,
Crimea River. Yeah, that one. But
the Crimean War, that's where the charge of the Light Brigade happened and all that, innit?
So it's exactly there. So basically, when it was kicking off, I used to always fly into Simferopol, which is just down the road. I can't remember the name of the actual beach it's on. Like, it's a well-known beach. But yeah, like the year after, they were like, no, we're not doing it this year because the war is literally happening on that beach.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so like the civil war was literally happening right there because everybody there considered themselves Russian.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like everybody there was ethnic Russian, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, crazy times.
Russia's like a really funny, a funny territory, like on the borders. So there's a part of Russia. Obviously, Russia borders with China, but there's a part of Russia because of the border. So these people are ethnically Russian, but they're actually Chinese.
Yeah.
So they speak Chinese and they have spoken Chinese for generations, but they're white and they have like traditional Russian food and Russian dress, even though they're Chinese, man.
100%. Like you go, but the thing about like kind of Russia nowadays is there's people that travel from all over Russia to go to what is still Russia, but Russia borders all these different places like Kazakhstan, China, like down in the south in Turkey and stuff like that. And then, but there's places right up in Siberia, like Siberia, and what's the place on top of America? What's it called? Alaska. They're like that. So you've got relations.
Oh, yeah. There's an island in the middle as well.
Yeah. So they're speaking Russian there. They got Russian TV, Russian radio, all that kind of stuff. And they're American there. They're eating Twinkies and stuff like that. And they're right next to each other. It's fucking mental, man. Like I've been all the way over to the east of Russia. So when you start getting into Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan and places like that, it all starts to get a little bit like kind of I don't want to. Exotic sounds racist, doesn't it? Like, but it's not something that you like. Cause you go to St. Petersburg and it's like being in fucking London.
Yeah.
Like you go to like Moscow, it's like being in Paris. It's like any other city. But then you start going over to that side, like Archangel and stuff like that, and you're like, shit, I'm actually in like. I'm not in because Europe. You go anywhere in Europe and it's all exactly the fucking same. You see the same people. You see. But then you start going over to that side of the world, like Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, and on the border of Russia, like Eastern Russia and stuff like that, and then like kind of all the way there. Because even Southern Russia, it's like Rostov and places like that. It's like every other city in the world. But over there, it's a different world, man. It's like you've left like what you know is this world. It's fucking crazy, man.
There's a YouTube channel called Bald and Bankrupt, and he goes to all the Soviet countries, and like all these like random places. It's wicked, really good channel. But I remember watching I used to collect kung fu movies, and I remember watching a kung fu movie one time, and in the back, not in the background, but the way it was shot, there was loads of it was in China, but it was in China that borders with a part of Russia, Afghanistan, so they're all Muslim, and then obviously that part of China were all Muslim. So it was like, so even though it was like set in ancient, so there has been like Islam in China for centuries.
There has been Islam in Russia for centuries. There's been like they're up in the north, what they call like, and this is their words, not mine, Black Russians. So they're like the darker skinned, like ethnic Russians. They're half Jewish, half Muslim. Like, and they've been living together for centuries. Like it's not even like a kind of difference really. It's crazy, really.
Yeah, they call anyone who's got. Don't they call anyone who's got black hair a black Russian out there? They call them black, innit? Anyone who's got black hair or something.
No, Black Russians are like they're like there's a big Asian influence like in their looks, like it's northern and Asian basically. So if you see someone like I mean again, this sounds really fucking racist, but they look Chinese. Like as you go further up north, like they're very Chinese looking or Asian looking, should I say? Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Asia's, you know what I mean? Asia and Russia are pretty much the world, really. Asia, Russia, Africa. That's really like
Asia, Russia, Africa are the world. 100%.
Crazy shit. I can't wait to travel again, man.
Same here.
Get the fuck out of here.
To be anywhere outside fucking Luton is a blessing.
I think we got a third wave incoming because of what's going on in India, man.
Yeah,
it's coming, man. Yeah, we're gonna have. And the thing is, because Boris is such a dick and he didn't close the borders, and you've got like people. There's 77 cases of the variant that's on the rampage in India right now, and there's 77 cases in England. And if it's a double mutant strain and it's resistant to the vaccine, jeez, it's
like you start with this all over again.
I don't give a fuck. I've had my vaccine. I've had my first shot. I'm going to go out licking pavements tomorrow. I don't give a fuck anymore.
This shit better work for the fucking new one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
they
saying.
should do it like an upgrade on your phone. That's it. See, this is what I'm saying about if fucking what's his name? Boris Johnson? Not Boris.
Keir Starmer.
The guy who made the vaccine.
Bill Gates.
Yeah. If he was smart, that's what he would have done. He would have done the vaccine, right? With the microchip shit. And so to upgrade the vaccine, it's just an upgrade on your phone, innit? Go bing. Upgrade, new vaccine upgrade.
New operating
But
system.
see, he's
installed.
a fucking prick, yeah, because like he was saying,
I was giving him my CD, and he's like, oh, fuck,
no, because you know, like there was the whole thing last year where the people were saying we shouldn't patent the vaccines, just give the vaccine templates to everyone so they can do the vaccine. He was against that. He was like, no, you have to have it patented. Yeah. Now look, all these fucking people are dying. What a fucking prick.
Yeah.
Well, it's that vaccine democracy thing that's been coming up quite a lot recently about like kind of nations you have and nations that haven't. It's the same it's the same old story. It really is. Like it's just repeating. I mean, there's certain nations like I think Croatia as one of the production nations, so they've got like an amazing amount of it, and they're using it to like kind of to negotiate with other countries about stuff. Like it's fucking mad.
Croatia, yeah.
Croatia's one of the places I want to go.
Croatia is one. It's a small like kind of. It's one of those countries I can't remember. It's like an ex-Yugoslavian country.
I'll tell you who's been fucked off. Who's been fucked royally is fucking Japan, man. Japan have been fucked. Like this whole Olympics business. Oh, AC's back in the hood.
Yeah,
that was weird. Yeah.
AC's back.
I could go to San Francisco otherwise. Hey, you got all these filters on your side.
No, I have. I just don't use it because they're shit.
I wouldn't know where to start with it, to be fair. I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying.
I don't know. We should get out
Japan.
of it soon anyway.
Japan Olympics. Yeah, they got fucked, man. They got fucked. The Olympics is going to be shit. It's going to be the worst year for the Olympics ever. Like, I still think they should have just scrapped it and just done it next year.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, look, The Expanse. I know. Oh, look, The Expanse.
Oh, yeah.
Still The
There
Expanse.
you go.
Apparently, they film it in your house anyway.
They should, shouldn't they?
How do you do that, AC? What's it under?
If you go to background and filters on the settings, Zoom settings.
Zoom settings. Or preferences.
We'll have a look. Zoom, preferences, preferences.
Background and settings. Oh, virtual background.
Yeah,
you can choose your own pictures, can't you?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, man.
I did have that picture up of me and Coolio, but I don't know where it's gone now.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's saying I've got to download some shit.
You can't do it?
Nah, saying...
Missing out, man. But what about, so the Winter Soldier, you don't think it's a good program anymore?
No, I still like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I still like it. It kind of blew it out for me, like kind of listening to that, because I did realise how many fucking how many plot holes there were in it. Like the bit that made me laugh was when he was talking about his shield. That really did fucking.
Oh yeah. And what about it was the woman who killed his mate.
Yeah, we need to do an apology. We called AC a prick last week. We was like, AC, you're a fucking idiot. What the fuck, AC? Fuck off, AC. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
AC should be man enough to kind of take that, really.
And then...
he is a prick for a lot of other reasons.
He did take it, but then when I look back and I watched that, I literally came off and watched that because I didn't watch the final episode until like Monday, I think. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for my family.
I was late this week as well.
And they were they were fucking about, so I watched it myself. But then I watched the screen thing and I was like, oh yeah, shit. AC was right, man.
She was a bit of a dick though when John Walker confronted her and she was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to kill your friend, but I can't really begin."
I didn't mean to kill your friend.
What did she say? What did she say afterwards? It's like something like anyone. I don't have time to care about people or something.
I didn't mean to kill your friend. He was a fucking muppet anyway.
He was a fucking asshole.
I mean, come on, man. She could have just said, "I didn't mean to kill your friend." That's what she should have said, and then the guy would be like, "Oh." Man, I don't know, like, she just rubbed it in a bit. So, because then he said, "Oh, what, you thought Lamar's life didn't matter?"
Oh yeah.
What did she say?
I thought that was a little play on like the Black Lives Matter. And
it was a bit on the nose, isn't it? Some of it was a bit on the nose, I guess.
They're trying it, but at the end of the day, they're all lefty, woke.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
We're sick of the left.
Is it? Are you going on the Z team now? Yeah.
Yeah, fully.
We're there, man. We're fully there. There. Who posted something of his the other day? My brother.
Trevor,
He's a fucking idiot, man. Fucking pussy. The fuck? I was like, what the fuck you posting, man? This fucking coon.
Oh my days.
Yeah, I saw that. I need a fucking green screen to do it. That's ridiculous.
Nah, AC ain't got a green screen.
Keep telling me I need a green screen. to use virtual background without a green screen, your Mac OS version needs to be. Oh yeah, no, I need to be. I need to be on a higher. Yeah. I need to be on a higher.
We ain't doing that shit, man. We ain't
No, I ain't
nothing.
doing that. Not halfway. Not when we're about to end the fucking webinar.
Yeah. And what about what else happened? I thought the end, the Screen Rant people, they kind of did make a good point about the end. Like, you know, it was quite confusing what you're meant to feel about the Carly person. Was she a villain or was she a tragic, like,
But I think that's always the way with Marvel stuff. Their villains aren't proper villains. They never are. Like, there's never like an absolute evil. Even with Thanos, there was like a logical, like, kind of reason for what he was doing. He's just a prick. The thing that got me was they put him in Stars and Stripes. Like, I really didn't like the fact that they went like ultra nationalist on.
In the comic, is he in that outfit in the comic?
He is.
That's pretty much the same outfit in the comic.
So they just went with that then.
I don't know, because they calmed down Steve Rogers' like outfit so much. Like they put him in the darker blue and then the black and stuff like that, and then there was no insignia on him at all. Like, so they shouldn't be by the end. But like, I just thought they should have calmed that down a little bit, because he just looked like a bit of a fucking idiot.
Nah, but it makes sense in what you're trying to say. So
because he's trying to say, look,
this is the new America. New America, where the black man is king, and all you white devils gonna bow. You're gonna get on your knees. Something like that. So
like Umar Johnson was saying.
Like, I feel like.
Did you see him going mad about the Haitian, half Japanese, half Haitian tennis player?
Nah, what did he say?
He was saying that no one should marry outside the race,
right?
Because of what she's done. She was like Haitian, whatever. She married her dad married a Japanese woman, whatever. Had her. Yeah. She didn't play for Haiti in the Olympics. She played for Japan or something.
Okay.
And was it the Olympics? And he was like, I love this sister, but
who's he talking about? Osaka.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Come on, man.
And he was saying, and so he was on the Breakfast Club, isn't it? And Charlemagne was like, but she gives to loads of charities. She says she gives to she identifies as a black woman, and then he's like, I don't care. Like, she played for Japan though. Japan's done nothing for black people.
She grew up in Japan.
That's what Charlemagne was saying as well. And he was saying, but like, why didn't she play for Haiti? Like, Haiti's going through, so you know what Haiti's going through. She should be playing for them. And this is what I'm saying. That's why there should be no race mixing, and you shouldn't marry outside the race.
If that's your example on no race mixing, then you've lost the argument already.
That's a really bad one.
But he was getting slewed, man.
My dad's Jamaican, my mum's Dominican. If I played basketball, I play for England. Like, that's what I play for. Because I'm living here, innit?
Yeah. So but I think Umar Johnson is a fucking prick anyway. But you know, that's like.
He just has to say stuff like that to make headlines so that people pay attention to him.
But this is the thing, though. Like, so like, speaking of Zuby, so we got like white supremacists, black supremacists, and it's like Jordan Peterson, all these guys, So what they do, they have like a thread of common sense, or something that makes sense, or just like a basic truth, and they'll be like, and you'll be like, okay, that makes sense. Then they'll just throw some other random shit in there that just doesn't make no sense. You're just like, wait, how did you get that from that? And your argument doesn't stand up. And even if it does, like the bit that Terra posted about Zuby, and he was like saying, the idea that
you shouldn't have to do the talk. You shouldn't tell your kids to talk, innit? Like,
and it's like, all right, cool, whatever. You didn't have the talk, cool, whatever. But
the thing is, he lived a different life. He wasn't living in England.
That's the thing, though.
In the 80s, where there was loads of racism and like, we had to have the talk, Like, I didn't have the talk until I was like 3 years old. Went to the park, got spat on, got called the N-word, the P-word, all this kind of shit. Went back, asked my mum what this stuff means, because I didn't know what it meant, and then she had to explain. That's when I got the talk, Zuby, on the other hand, he was in Saudi Arabia, in an international school, in a mixed international school, so maybe that wasn't necessary for him, but for him to say that that's not necessary for people living in a different situation, that doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly. So this is the problem we have. We have people speaking about situations they don't really know anything about, and they're then coming up with anecdotal examples that are that anyone could say stupid. He was like, I've had white people tell me that I'm oppressed, and I'm not oppressed. It's like, but that person's a fucking idiot. Like, that person's a fucking dick. Why are you using that person as the example? That's not the issue. The issue we're dealing with is real racism, real systemic racism, and real problems. They're the things we're dealing with. And you're going, no, because I went through this, that's not important. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiot?
Because that's an easy catch-all for him. That's an easy catch-all to devalue, like, kind of whatever his like white supremacist masters want him to fucking devalue.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't want to talk about Zuby.
Yeah, true.
Like,
fuck him.
he's like the bloke down the park who doesn't pick up his dog shit. Like,
exactly, it just comes out of his fucking mouth.
But even he had racial profiling done to him by the police, and they held him at gunpoint on his head on the train station ground.
And they held him at gunpoint.
That's funny.
Because they thought he was some drug dealer or something, innit? And so the armed police in Britain did that to him, and he was on the front page of the Sun and all the newspapers. Yeah, and I've said this to him, and he's like, I don't need to be reminded about that.
He's such a dick.
But I'm like, but that's an example of you receiving that kind of prejudice.
No, AC, it's not. It's not. I was the reason. I really was a drug dealer. I really was. I had drugs tucked in my ass, and they did a good job. They did a good job. I'm glad. What they should have done was shot me just in case I was dangerous. They should have shot me.
Even like Big Ben, he put a good comment on that post about Stephen Lawrence and that, because so Dwayne Brooks always said that he had been educated in that time in Southeast London. If you see a big group of white guys, be very careful and just get ready to run if you're on your own, because at that time it was on. So he ran. Stephen didn't listen to him. He didn't run immediately, and he got stabbed. Whereas Dwayne Brooks ran straight away when he saw him. He was like, run, and Stephen Lawrence didn't. And he said that he'd had the talk. Maybe Stephen hadn't had the talk, or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
And again, this idea as well, like, oh, you shouldn't. You're telling kids that they're victims, and it's like, no, that's not what it is. It's like,
no,
it's not telling kids that they're victims. It's telling kids that there are cunts out there. That's
it.
Exactly. It's not going, oh yeah, you're gonna go out, man. You're gonna be oppressed, blah blah blah. It's like that ain't even the fucking talk. The fact that he doesn't even know what the fucking talk is says it all. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You fucking coon. Stay the fuck out of our business, man. Go fuck with them motherfuckers. Stay out of our business. Don't talk about black people. Don't talk about shit that don't involve you, because you're not in it. You're not part of it. You never was. Your music is fucking shit. Put out a new track, fucking garbage. Like, do that shit. Do that shit for those people. That's who you represent. Talk about their problems. I'm sure they have problems too. Talk about that shit. Stay the fuck out of our business, you fucking coon.
Jeez.
I said I wasn't gonna get angry.
PSA from Genesis Elijah there.
Fuck, man.
I honestly can't believe how bad his music is. Like, I honestly,
fucking garbage.
I can't believe how bad his music is.
Fucking garbage, man.
He made you sound shit when you did that track with him.
Probably made me. I mean,
that's how bad it is.
I hate the fact that when I go on my fucking Spotify, I see his fucking face. Like,
you did a
I didn't even know. Like, I had no idea. Like, I looked up his music because I wanted to give him like a fair listen. And I was like, Genesis Elijah and Terry Slim. I was like, fucking hell, this is bad.
I mean, he chooses some good beats sometimes.
Nah,
not really.
I don't listen to that shit.
No. Okay.
I'm sure them lot like it though, man. So keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Them lot, do your thing for them lot. They love you. Deal with your problems over there, man. Whatever problems you got, deal with your problems.
I told you, didn't I? When I looked up the comments on his stuff, it was like half of them were, "I'm here because of Pete. What's his name? Jordan Peterson."
Jordan Peterson. The other guy, the other
Joe
Jewish
Rogan.
guy. No,
Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro.
Oh, yeah.
But then everybody else is writing on there. I haven't listened to rap in years. This is the kind of stuff I like. I don't like rap, but I like this and stuff like that. And it's like, well, yeah, that's who you're selling to then, isn't it? That's who you're appealing to. All good. You've got your niche.
Yeah, he's got his
good
lane.
For you. Yeah, you've got your lane.
He's found his audience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I was surprised Terra thought he had value in what he was saying.
Oh, there's a video. I'm not even gonna watch this shit, but there's a video with him talking to Ben Shapiro saying about rap music. Is rap music real music?
That. Yeah, it's terrible. It's
appalling.
Hell. I can't like the way Ben Shapiro talked to him as well was just like, come on, man, what the fuck? How are you letting this guy talk to you like that and say this bullshit? So
well, we know why.
Yeah.
We know why.
Madness.
But yeah, do your thing. Just stay out of our thing. That's what I'm saying. But yeah.
So what about the mayoral race? I saw the Count Binface guy and who's the other geezer? Lord Buckethead. They're in beef now, isn't it?
Oh, what, they got beef?
Yeah, they got beef now.
Why? What happened, man?
I don't know. They're like Lord Count Binface was saying Lord Buckethead is fake. He's a fake. Yeah, he's called him Lord Bucket fake. But I think like Lord Buckethead, yeah, his outfit, he's got more. His outfit's cold, man. His outfit's got more swag than Count Binface.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because Lord Buckethead
there's Buckethead and Binface.
Yeah, but Binface is the silver bin head, yeah, and he's got a silver outfit on. It looks a bit like futuristic. Lord Buckethead, yeah, is a black bucket on his head, and he's got all black outfit. It looks better.
He's got more swag.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah. Other people might like the silver sparkly thing, innit? But I think that, yeah, Count Binface kind of looks more like an old villain of Doctor Who in the 1980s.
Yeah. Whereas
Lord Buckethead looks more like a Darth Vader kind of like vibe to the outfit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just, he got a bit bigger budget on the outfit, I think.
Well, the only person who we're going to endorse on this show is going to be Nico.
Oh yeah, I saw my nephew told me about him. Yeah.
Let's read Nico's manifesto. He put his manifesto today.
Yeah.
So he said Boris Johnson will be forced to shush.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce stop and serve, which will include free school meals.
Mm-hmm.
Employ more policemen and put them straight into the Houses of Parliament, because that's where all the real criminals are.
Rob, you know about how much cocaine they found on the toilet seats in the Houses of Parliament?
Probably lots.
Loads.
McDonald's with a broken McFly machine will be shut down and turned into low rent housing. All racists will have their teeth removed.
Yeah.
If an elderly person or pregnant woman isn't offered a seat within a minute of getting on the London Underground, they will get to drive the train for the rest of the free transport for under 18s and over 69s, uni students included. The EDL will be deported to Poland and taken off our streets so they can learn what it's like to be an immigrant. And then after that, citizens of Poland will be given legal access to guns. This is funny, man. A second eye will be added to the London Eye, so it becomes the London Eyes.
Yeah, that's sick. I like that one.
Big Ben will be renamed Big Ben Clock, so it qualifies as a BBC. Free quarter-length trousers will be banned. Death penalty for anyone who wears them.
I'm fully behind that one, man.
Freeze the River Thames and allow people to ice skate over it while Hammersmith Bridge is being repaired. Prince Andrew will be banned from going within 4-mile radius of any schools.
Yeah.
VAR, I don't know what that is, will be banned.
A football thing.
The Premier League, along with the Glazers. I don't know what that is. Raise minimum wage by 6.9%. Turn off all power in London once a year and call it Lundoff. I like that. Anyone who clapped for the NHS but still voted Conservative will have to be forced to anticipate an annual purge. I like that.
Sick.
Immediately liquidate the Sun newspapers and use all the proceeds and funds to fund youth clubs and community centres.
100%.
Eid, Christmas, Diwali, Yom Kippur, Vasakai will become Baisakhi.
Yeah.
Okay, will become bank holidays to celebrate culture in our city. Yeah, that's kind of sick, you know.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. That's not even a joke.
He's got a few good ones in there, and the price of the freight though will go back down to 5p. Nico,
yeah, for real.
Oh yeah, man, we're voting for Nico.
Yeah.
Have you seen Count Binface's proposals? He's got some good ones in there as well.
Has he?
Yeah, he said he's going to send Katie Hopkins to a remote island or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I'm down for like anybody who's like trying to fucking get rid of them.
A trillion. He said £1 trillion for the NHS or something, and send Katie Hopkins to an island or something like that.
Let's see Count Binface. What's Count Binface saying? London Bridge will be renamed.
Get a dog a treat.
All right, cool. I'm gonna read these while Terry does his thing.
Yeah.
London Bridge will be renamed after Phoebe Waller. Hammersmith Bridge will be repaired and renamed Wayne after the former England international footballer.
Who's Phoebe Waller again?
I don't know.
Oh,
Croydon will get a facelift. Ironically, that's funny. No shops will be allowed to sell a croissant for more than £1.
That's
funny. Free parking between Vine Street and the Strand for electric vehicles only. HS2 protesters to be allowed to build their tunnel at Euston. Wait, what? All the way to Birmingham to be by a second tunnel that links Birmingham to Manchester. Finished across well. Trafalgar Square, Sir David Attenborough will be placed on the fourth. What does it say? The fourth plinth.
Oh,
plinth, yeah.
Okay. His one's not as funny. London to join the EU. That's pretty cool.
Fully down for that as well.
Piers Corbyn. Wait, was he at Piers Corbyn? Piers
Morgan.
No, Piers Corbyn.
Who the fuck's he?
Corbyn's brother, the fucking weirdo one, to be banished to the Phantom Zone. He got some right ones.
Oh no, he wanted to put Katie Hopkins in the Phantom Zone as well, innit? That's right.
Phantom Zone.
Yeah. I can't see Katie Hopkins one. Yeah. Unfortunately, none of these guys are close to getting. I think.
So Nico's close though, yeah.
Nah, not even close. Nah. They'll be on like 1%.
Nico is the YouTube guy, isn't he?
Yeah, man. He does like YouTube.
Yeah. He was the only one that was like. I know he's like a bit of a novelty, whatever, but he's looking like he might get the most votes out of all of them.
On that side, maybe, but again, like you're fighting for 4%. Like there's 4%.
Yeah. I mean,
so yeah.
So what about your boy? How's he done? What percentage?
Who?
I'm not even interested in that kind of anymore.
Oh,
he's dog shit, man, down the park.
Loza.
Okay.
Yeah. He's on 1% as well, man. He's on.
What about Brian Rose?
I think he might. No, 1%. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know if they round it up or round it down. Like, but yeah, they're not. They're like independents. You're not going to do great just because of you don't even. They don't even really have the budget to really let everyone know what's going on.
Apart from Lozacock, who's got whatever it is, 10 million behind him.
But even that is not.
He's lost that. Yeah, no, he's got nothing.
That's not
really
a budget enough. Like if you're talking about the mayoral race, you've got to put, you know what I mean, serious amounts to even. You're not messing with Tory money or Conservative money. It's a whole
no.
Sean Bailey is who? Conservative,
yeah. He's on like 29%.
Sadiq Khan is Labour.
Yeah, he's got the rest of it. He's on like 46, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not an issue, man.
Right, let's fuck off. Let's do this for the evening.
Cool, man.
Let's end it because I am fucking hungry, man. I'm starting to get angry.
I was supposed to see. I always eat before the podcast. Like, what the fuck, Terry? You were fucking eating when I got on the call.
Yeah, but I had like a little bit of couscous that I ate last night. Yeah.
I ate properly, man. I had wings and rice before I got started, and
I had some crisps.
Half a fucking bulla cake.
I was teaching, and then I had to record another podcast. And in between, I shoved a little bit of couscous in my gob, and now I got on with you cunts. So I'm hungry as shit now.
What was the other podcast you done?
So I do my own podcast, don't I? I do the My DJ Hub podcast.
So you can't swear on that one?
No, not at all. And plus, I was talking to a woman from Mixed in Key, which is like a harmonic mixing, like kind of key analysis software. And
that's wicked.
It's awesome, yeah. And yeah, I couldn't really go on there and go, "What, you fucking cunt?" That was about the software. Doesn't really work like that.
That software is the bollocks.
I tell you what, fucking software is the absolute tits, mate.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be filming a video now, shooting a music video, but I can't even be fucking bothered. By the time I set everything up, cameras, green screenish shit, it'll be literally be 11 o'clock.
I've got to do a thing on a green screen. I might come around to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have your green screen set up and stuff.
Nah, but I can. It's not hard to set up.
Yeah. Or do you want to come round to me?
I can bring it to you. Like I
Do
literally.
you want to come
roll it
to the studio?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, wicked. Because I
Just
need
let-
to get it done fairly soon.
Cool.
I'll give you a shout tomorrow.
You should
Say,
set that
say,
up
say.
as a business, bro. Like say,
Yeah,
green
the amount of
screen-
people.
the green screen, Genesis Elijah's green screen machine, and then you spray your car green
Yeah.
right
Wear
down
one
the
of those
side.
green bodysuits, so he just
Yeah.
like disappears, just his head.
Yeah. And you could do an advert for it on YouTube as well.
I'm literally running away from.
Want to be like this, and just his head going back and forwards, like Paris and Cairo and stuff popping up in the background.
I'm actually filming a short. I'm actually got a part in a short film tomorrow.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, you
What's
know,
that?
90p's making.
Yeah.
a film. I've got like a little, literally like a 1 second part in it.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah, so I'm doing that tomorrow. Going
Well,
for
none of
it.
this information is putting food in my belly, so
It's
fuck
really
off.
not.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's say goodbye to the people. People, I hope you've had.
Alright, see you later.
Amazing Yo, guys, like have some fucking decorum and etiquette. Like, you know what I mean?
I said, what me? I said, see you
fuck off,
later.
like, nah, man, you're giving what I mean. Say, yo,
I
people,
love you lot.
Love
I
you,
love you lot, guys.
Hope you're good. Hope you're blessed. Stay safe. Stay blessed for the week.
Remember to subscribe to our Patreon. Oh, we haven't got one.
We haven't got one, but we
Yeah,
will
we
have
don't
one
charge
soon.
anything.
We will have one
Yeah, yeah.
soon. So,
Yeah.
but subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell your mates about us. You know what I mean? Leave us a comment, especially if it's one supporting AC, bigging up AC, having AC's back.
Especially if your name is AC.
And your name is AC. AC's burner account. Thinks we're stupid. Like, no, we don't know it's him. You think we don't know his name? The fuck.
Actually, a little shout out to Funky J, who he did like a roundup of his favourite podcasts, and we came number 1 on that. He said it's just 3 blokes chatting. He said it's 3 blokes chatting shit, but very enlightening at the same time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The pressure. You got to keep
So
us
big
up,
up
guys.
Funky J.
Keep us up, man. But yeah, man, guys, have a great week, and we will catch you next week. Peace and out.
Right. Right.